So, last time in Renascence, guys,
The Kraken died and we all won in the end.
Yep, it was great.
as I recall, the Leviathan did not die. In
Damn
fact, it made its grand entrance
Boo.
the Bay of Freeport. You guys had assembled outside the courthouse, waiting for the arraignment to begin, stood watch as Bloodbeard's ship and his guard crossed the bay, managed to talk your way into the courthouse to sit in and listen and surveil, and watched as within 10 minutes a litany of charges was read against him by representatives from 5 sovereign nations around the Sea of Huan. After which he was escorted back to his ship and prepared to return to the penitentiary. The party decided to join him on this journey, and good thing, because halfway across the bay, you were attacked by water elementals. In the midst of that fight, Lasharog very swiftly made his escape with Bloodbeard using a ranged teleportation technique. And no sooner had he done this than the frigate sailing in the bay, running Overwatch with 3 decks worth of guns, exploded in a glorious fireball as the Leviathan emerged from underneath it and began laying waste to the downtown waterfront. You guys wrapped up with the water elementals and what appeared to be air elementals besides them as quickly as you possibly could before managing to subdue one of them through the use of a polymorph and hold monster spell, turning it into a turtle and deciding to take it back to the Presidium to stash it. You guys quickly made plans with Alexi, set up a teleport, and we are picking up as you have basically just reappeared outside the Presidium, found Gerald racing off on horseback towards the waterfront and the columns of smoke rising from that side of town. He turned back, grabbed your turtle, promised to go take it somewhere secure inside the castle, and we're right in the thick of it. It's been less than a minute since you guys probably appeared and made this handoff. Creature is on the other side of the city, along the coast. You can hear it. You can see the signs of its destruction even from this distance. And you've got a pretty small window here to act. Are there any questions before we get into it?
Please tell me that we have one more teleportation. We're not going to spend the entire fight just running back to Freeport.
You do have fly spells cast on you by the conscious mages, I should say, that were on the ship at the end of that battle. So those should last for about 9 more minutes.
I got booties, so I'm fine.
Yeah, but 9 more minutes is still like 50-something rounds.
Well, it's a 60-foot fly speed with that spell, so you are...
Oh, that's true. I am a little fast.
You were definitely faster with the spell.
How much time has it been since Lasharog teleported away? In this exact...
Maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
Less than that, probably. Well, I say less than that. Probably like 3 or 4 minutes. Because there was a conversation on the boat before you guys teleported.
I was expecting like 2 to 3, so that sounds about right.
Can I start the session with commune with the nature?
Is that a
You
10-minute?
may.
Is
No,
that
it's
10 minute spell?
1 minute.
It's a minute.
Oh, it's a minute. Okay.
All right. So, Commune with Nature is a 5th level spell. Takes 1 minute to cast. And with it, you will briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory within 3 miles of you. Okay? You will instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, and peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, the influence of other planes of existence, and
Buildings.
it just says buildings. Yeah.
All right, my
So,
3 are
as you attune yourself to the natural world, sitting outside the gates of the Presidium, what are your questions?
terrains and body of water, Lost Shirog, and Bloodbeard. Those are
Okay.
my 3.
3
what
facts of your choice. So what facts are you asking specifically?
I'm gonna start off with where is Lost Shirog? Powerful person.
You feel your consciousness expanding rapidly outward. You feel a connection to the birds flying over the bay, to the fish in the waters, to the plants, the scrub grass growing in the sand dunes, the trees in the city, the spreading forest across the bay. And very rapidly, you feel this convergence of awareness pulling you towards the waters in the channel, not too far from where you currently stand. You get flashes from the perspective of a school of fish, a passing shark, a sea turtle. And you see 2 figures
Lovely.
struggling with a pair of manacles. You see the manacles unlatch. You see them fall to the seafloor. And you see one of them cast a spell. And then you see their bodies almost dissolve into the water around them.
The fuck was that?
Okay, I guess I'll ask again. Where's Lost Shirog? I don't know what to do with that.
Did he like
Is that-
polymorph or something?
Yeah, invisibility? I don't know what that fucking means.
I think you'll see your attention focusing in on the perspective of the shark. We'll say that witnessed this. It sort of meanders over, and you kind of watch this feed of its visual as it sort of noses the manacles, sort of swims a couple of circles around the space where the 2 sort of just vanished. And you feel its confusion. You feel the confusion of many other animals that witness this as well. Creatures dissolving before their very eyes is not a very common sight. This is unusual, unsettling. And with your prowess as a druid, I think, despite the shark's rudimentary senses in this regard, you feel tinges of very potent magic. So make an Arcana check.
I'm not good at Arcana.
Can we assist or no?
This is purely just what she's seeing for like right the second during the spell. I'd say after she finishes the spell and conveys it to you, if she doesn't know what to make of it, we
Come
could
on,
have
Daisy.
someone else try it.
Be nice to Chan Chan. You've been so mean to me recently. 20. Unnatural 20.
Interesting. Okay.
Tell me. Swear to God, tell me.
It's a good start.
The spell definitely didn't look like any spell you're capable of casting. And the sensation you feel, the sort of ripple of magic that kind of like washes over the creatures in the vicinity, it's potent and it sends a chill down your spine. There is something otherworldly about what they just did. And you think back to your training with the wardens. And you know, beyond simple teleportation, there are spells, there are techniques for traveling directly across planar boundaries from one world to another. And looking at it, it didn't feel like teleportation. You've teleported with Alexi enough. You understand the sensation, the mechanics to a basic level of how teleportation works. This was something else. This was something greater.
Lovely.
They've gone somewhere. But you question if that somewhere is even on the material plane anymore.
Okay, my last one. I don't know, let's do influence from other planes of existence.
Okay. What's the question exactly?
What in the area is being affected by in a 3-mile radius being
What
affected?
could possibly be affected by other planes of existence? Well, you immediately receive flashes in your mind of the elementals that are currently rampaging around the bay and the waterfront. You can feel the concentrated force of elemental water and air behind them. And you know they came from realms of pure water, pure air, somewhere beyond the pale of this world. But there's also something else there. Another sensation, and you recognize this as the same sensation that washed over the creatures that witnessed Lasharog and Bloodbeard's disappearance. And the more you focus, the more you begin to wrap your mind around what it is that they've done. This energy, this tear in the planes that he made momentarily to slip away. There is a sort of ghostly cold to it. A strange, intangible, hard to grasp sort of feeling. And at this point, I think it strikes you. They slipped into the ethereal plane.
Lovely. I will convey all of that to the party and Alexi.
Wait. Could Gideon see them?
Yes, he could. Gideon, get your ass down here! Just kidding. I don't say that. I'm just like, Gerald, get Gideon, get him now, and tell him
I
fast.
think he's delivering a turtle. I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
I'll run into the
Does the
presidium.
turtle need to be delivered again?
What?
Could I message Gideon?
Do you want to use message or sending? Because Noelle is booking it for the Presidium.
How far away is the Presidium right now?
I mean, you're standing right
We're
outside
like at the
the
front gate.
Then that's less than 120 meters to the where
120
Gideon's
feet.
is. 120
Um,
feet. Still, that's like 12
Not far.
rooms.
Okay, message. Sure, message.
I'll just be. I can message.
Keep going.
I mean, I do also have a question I need to ask.
Yeah, as you are heading upstairs, you can hear hurried footsteps ahead of you in the stairwell, and you very quickly catch up to Gerald, who is also rushing upstairs towards Gideon's apartment.
Hey, how did I catch up with you?
Turtle's safe. We've got it sealed.
Okay, I'm still concentrating on polymorph. Do I need to?
Get in!
Gideon?
And as you sort of round the corner out of the stairwell on the top floor of the fortress, you see down the hall, Gideon's door is currently ajar. You can hear his voice, and you can hear what sounds like an incantation that he is chanting. And troublingly, you can see a uncomfortably familiar crimson light shining through the crack in the door as it stands ajar.
Uh-oh.
Gerald just kind of looks at you like, ah, shit.
Keep going.
Yeah. You both reach the door, and opening it, you see Gideon. Wings unfurled, outstretched, hands extended, fingers splayed in a rigid, commanding posture as he recites this incantation. And you see under his hand on the desk the glass canister containing Willem's head, which is currently silently screaming, mouth agape, eyes blasting this crimson light, bathing the room in red. As Gideon continues to incant, you see traces of magical energy beginning to wrap around the base of the canister on the surface of the table, forming what looks to be a magic circle.
I glance over at Gerald. Have you ever seen this before?
He looks just as dumbfounded as you in that moment, but he definitely, after a couple seconds, collects himself and just kind of puts a hand gingerly in front of you, just in case, it seems, stepping forward. Doesn't say anything, but he watches as Gideon finishes the incantation. The magic circle he's inscribed on the table flashes. The red light completely fades away, and Willem's head falls completely inert, slack in its tank. We okay in here?
What did you just do?
Contained it, Gideon says, kind of panting a little bit as he turns back to the two of you. What's going on outside?
Wait, what did you just contain?
Whatever was happening there. I don't know. What's going on outside?
Right. Worm attack. We think we might know where Lasharog and Bloodbeard are. They got away. But we need to be able to see into the ethereal plane. Can you do that?
I can.
Can you come with us?
Where are they? As he begins to leave the room,
Come
he
on.
will follow you into the hallway and lock the door behind him. But you see him striding purposely behind you, wings still unfurled.
As we run,
he
I'll-
begins to sort of adjust his accoutrements, fastening a blade to his belt.
I'll explain what Lauren explained to all of us as we run back to the group. Also, I would ask him if I still need to concentrate on polymorph.
No, if it's in the dungeon circle, Gerald, it should be contained. And Gerald just nods.
Perfect.
So Gideon will emerge from the castle with Noel and Gerald. The party will see them crossing the yard very quickly. And as Gideon approaches, he says, "What exactly did you see?"
They just. I'll tell him what I saw, to like as precisely as possible.
Okay.
And I think she'd probably be like, "They're that way. I know exactly where the last spot they were at, and it was just a few minutes ago."
All right. I'll be in touch. And without another word, he immediately beats his wings and just takes off into the air towards
Fly too.
the strait in the bay.
Can I keep up with him if I fly? Or is he too fast?
You are actually a little bit faster than he is.
Oh. I'll probably
Well, I'm
still
gonna
keep
go with him
pace
too.
with him, yeah.
Lauren's
As
super
you
fine.
follow, he will turn to say, "Oh, well, unexpected.
We
but
still got this
not
for like 5
unwelcome."
minutes.
I want to find that bitch. Help me find him, please.
He looks out over the bay towards Freeport. And at this height, as you guys are sort of sailing past the Presidium south over the water, you can see smoke rising in numerous columns along the far side of the city from you. You can hear the periodic crashing, rumbling of collapsing buildings. You can see fire. And through all the haze and chaos, the periodic beam of electric blue energy washing across the city in these wide arcs, the loud screech of a gigantic creature, and the hulking, spiked shape of Lashrog's Leviathan. It looks as though it is closing in on the waterfront.
Burberry, like, goes, "I am sorry, I have to help," and actually heads towards the city.
Alrighty. So Burberry's heading towards the city. Noel and Aloran and Gideon are heading for Lashrog.
Where's Alexi going? I'm curious.
Alexi is following Burberry.
Okay.
If the party is moving, he is flying back to town. John and Barnaby, what are you guys doing?
I'm thinking of just flying around looking for anybody I can help.
Okay, fair enough.
But with the whole city being having some problems.
Yep.
Are there any more water elementals?
I mean, you saw plenty of them rushing up and down the waterfront before you guys teleported away from that whole scene. So, unless they've all been killed in the past 2 minutes, they're probably still there.
John's gonna head back to the wharf and start fighting the water elementals then.
All right. So, momentarily split up. Could I get perception checks from Noel and Aloran?
Can I give Gideon Bardic Inspiration?
Sure.
Oh shit. Okay. That is a 1. No. That is a 30.
Nice. 22 for Noel.
Very nice. And how much is a bardic inspiration?
A D8.
D8. Oh, That's a 5. So with Gideon's perception score, that is a 27.
Nice.
And I think as you fly, you would see he does not fly terribly high once you guys get clear of the Presidium. He seems to lower himself back down towards the water. And you see this sort of dim, almost glow kind of spread across the surface of the blindfold he's wearing. And he begins very rapidly scanning the water for some sign of your quarry. With the 27, it takes a few minutes. But it doesn't take long before he points. There. They're about 30 feet down.
What are they doing?
They're swimming.
Can we get to them?
I mean, Aloran, even with your 30 perception,
I don't see them.
you don't see a damn thing. There's not even a ripple in the water. There's not even a vacant shape where an invisible creature would be passing through it. And Gideon would say, unfortunately, neither of us can reach the other from here. I can almost guarantee you, though, they're going to see us any second now. He starts looking around.
Can we dispel what they're doing?
What they're doing is very powerful and on an entirely separate plane from our own. Unless we can get across that barrier,
I don't have shit for that.
we can follow. And they can't do anything about it. But neither can we. Again, he begins kind of craning his neck, and he starts to fly up a little bit more, kind of increasing his elevation, scanning the horizon now.
Looking for a boat.
Something. And I would say with your 30 perception, Aloran, looking out over the horizon, you would note...
A boat? I'm gonna go blow that shit up. Tell me there's a boat.
Despite the relatively sunny day over Freeport, further east, out over the ocean, there is a surprisingly thick layer of cloud cover stretching for miles from north to south. Either a storm or a very dense, low-hanging fog bank.
How far away is that?
Several miles. It is between the coast and the island of Toure, which is a few tens of miles away. Enough so that you actually can't see the island through the cloud cover. Gideon, for his part, saying, "Oh, whatever they're heading for is beyond the range of my ability to sense it. What are you seeing?"
I just see clouds, like very dense clouds by Toure and all that. I bet his ship's over there.
Do you
It
think
wouldn't
it's-
surprise me.
Do you think it's actually a storm? You can control storms, right?
To an extent.
I mean, does it look like
It's-
storm clouds, or is it just like a big fog?
Yeah, that's a great question. Based on my druidic knowledge, would I think this is a natural storm?
Is it
I would
cumulus,
say-
cirrus?
Roll a nature check.
Oh, I'm good at those. Okay. Nature? Wait, just kidding. I'm apparently terrible at nature.
Lauren did not pay attention
The
to
druid
your nature
way.
class.
That just does not make sense. I'm just
Well, I
gonna be
think
honest.
nature's an intelligence thing.
Yeah.
For some
Yeah.
reason.
For some fucking reason, yeah.
I'm still surprised, to be honest. That just don't make sense.
15.
I would say with a 15, looking at this cloud bank, it is big. This thing stretches for miles both north and south, and it does obscure your view of the island of Toure, and it stretches a good few miles into the air. I mean, this is a pretty tall, dense, thick body of clouds. It definitely looks odd given the surrounding weather. The sky further north is as clear as it is over Freeport. The sky further south has a smattering of clouds, but nothing quite so dense as this. It's definitely odd looking.
From our height, can we see? You said we can kind of see the action going on down at the.
If you turn back, yeah, you can still see the bay in the distance.
Are there any like East Alliance boats mobilizing at this point, or has it been too quick still?
So, you would know, and you've seen over the past couple of months, since Monteban, the Navy has been performing naval drills along the eastern edge of the Emerald Sea, beyond the island of Tulane. And that tracks with your memory of the harbor at Fort Franco, which is less than half a mile from the Presidium, fairly close to where you are right now. And as you recall, there are not many ships in port there. There was the large frigate, which is now split in two and sinking to the bottom of the harbor, as well as 3 or 4 smaller ships. 2 of which were already mobilized, the 2 fire ships that were escorting the penitentiary barge. The remaining 2 ships in the harbor you do see are currently unfurling sails, and to your memory, these were smaller gunboats. 1 deck of guns each, but probably about 3 or 4 decks deep in total. Large, but nowhere near as imposing as the ship that was destroyed earlier.
They're probably all saying, Tomo!
Should we pursue or should we go back?
I could message the admiral. I'm sure she's going. Things are crazy right now, but if we can spare a ship to just go fuck up whatever's in that storm cloud. That's the only thing that's coming to mind.
Think about it. Pirate ships are probably full of gunpowder. I can sneak onto a ship and blow that bitch up.
Maybe you should try and get in touch with her then, if I can, or the captain of whatever ship I contact. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be much help if I go with you. But I can if I need to. I'm going to cast Sending.
Okay. Who are you sending to?
What the fuck was her name? The The admiral we've been repeatedly talking to over the past week about plans and stuff.
Commodore Dahlia? Kipro.
Yes. Gumbo.
Yes.
Well, you're hungry?
If you can spare one ship, we may be able to stop them from escaping the storm cloud between here and Toure. That's where they're headed. Our druid can help.
You don't hear a response.
Shit, she might have died. Oh no.
Yeah.
She might have been on the big gunship.
I think Noel just stops flying. Just like stops in place. I think she's dead.
Gideon will probably pause as well.
I don't know what resources you have, Gideon, but I'm not sure what more we can do.
It's just the three of us in the castle. He hears, it seems, another distant explosion back in the direction of Freeport, and you see his head just kind of reflexively turn in that direction despite being blind at that distance. He just kind of pauses, takes a deep breath. Says, I'm not much use out in the open ocean, but I can at least be of service back at the harbor. He'll look at you, Alorn. Are you really planning to go after them?
I could. I don't know if it's wise.
Do you want me with you?
It's up to you. We can try. But if they get there before us, it could get really bad.
I know.
But I can fly faster than they can swim. Guaranteed that.
We're probably about to run out of fly anyway.
They can
As you
just
say
plummet
that,
on top of them.
as you say that, the two of you could feel the magic beginning to sort of fade, and your body's starting to sort of like dip in the air. Gideon is just very quickly going to wave a hand over the two of you, and you'll stop falling immediately.
Before you go, Gideon. Okay, Noel, are we gonna go or are we gonna go back and help?
We should at least look, right?
I don't know. Part of me wants to go back and help. Another part of me is like, I want to stop them.
I want to stop them too. We have to look. We have to look.
If you can fly faster than they can swim, I'm sure you can catch up to them after the beast is dead. I know we could use your help now.
Can I see them? Where are
From
they?
here,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I-
could Gideon
can I
at
ask
least
Gideon?
point them to us?
Gideon will again sink down and start kind of flying around again since you guys kind of stopped, and a couple more minutes pass and he points again to a spot. They seem to be swimming at about a normal Triton swimming pace.
Oh, like 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fast, but not substantially faster than you're capable of moving.
Go back.
Okay. Will you be able to spot them again if we need you to today?
Me?
I was talking to you.
Oh, okay. I was
If
like, no.
I'm to go with you, I might. Once they're out in open water, I don't know that I'll have much point of reference to really help. But I can try.
I'd love to be able to just do call lightning and just fucking lightning strike where they're at, but that's a waste of a spell. Just as
They might
fuck
as
you.
well be ghosts to us for now.
I know. They haven't
And-
noticed us, have they?
I don't know. They weren't looking at us, but they may have seen us in the past few minutes while we were talking. I don't know.
Let's just go.
Yeah, let's go back.
All right. So, heading back towards the harbor. Burberry, Barnaby, John, and Alexi have several minutes head start on you guys. I'll say for the sake of not leaving you guys out of another hour and a half of combat, we'll say the advanced party was waylaid. Elementals on the waterfront, that required a good beat down, people that required saving. As you guys are sort of approaching the waterfront, John, Barnaby, Burberry, it is a chaotic scene that is unfolding. You are basically flying from one end of the tip of the peninsula to the other, right? This is probably about a 2-mile trip. And as you approach, you can see most of the city, like a good 90% of the city, is not burning, is not intact, or is not collapsing, it is intact. The damage, as far as you can tell, is pretty localized to the probably 10 block span, maybe 3 blocks deep at the very deepest, section of the downtown marina, sort of surrounding the Freeport Alliance courthouse. You can see ships burning in their docks. You can see crumbling buildings collapsing into great clouds of dust and smoke. You can see buildings that have been almost bisected by this beam of intense energy raking across their midsections. Fire kind of pulsing from within, smoke billowing out the windows, people running and screaming in the streets, soldiers sort of frantically trying to both evacuate civilians, shield them, and fight off these bands of water elementals. And also, it looks like violent civilians.
Okay.
Men and women in coats and hoods, weapons in hands, running around, stabbing, maiming, throwing fire bottles, throwing bolts of magic. And amid it all, you do pick up the occasional war cry from these brigands of "Hail the Leviathan. Burn it all. And make way." So where is everybody as Aloran and Noel and Gideon begin to close distance and draw near again?
Well, I think I'm gonna fly above the most densely packed area of people I can find and cast Calm Emotion. Let's see how angry they are when you take their anger away.
Okay. Calm Emotion is a... Ooh,
I love AoE, man. Doesn't even have a creature limit.
how big is it?
60 feet.
60 feet. Jesus. Okay, hold up. 20-foot radius sphere within 60 feet. Okay.
Oh, sorry. my bad.
So
So that's 40
still-
feet. That's
that's a decent chunk of people. Sure. So I think you drop a calm emotion spell into a crowd. Are you targeting panicking civilians? Are you panicking some of these fanatics that are attacking people? Are you targeting soldiers? Like who's your priority with the calm emotion?
I just want to calm everyone. Like, I want to calm the panic, I want to calm the anger, because it's really hard to get behind something if all of your pent-up rage is just gone.
Mhm.
After that, it's all cold and calculating. But at least they'll calm the fuck down.
Okay. I think with a calm emotion spell, I think you'll see at least this dense pocket of chaos. Probably a line of soldiers trying to sort of stand firm against both elementals and fanatics, bearing down on them. Civilians kind of at their backs, panicking, unsure really where to move initially. With the calm emotion spells down, you see one of the guards who was sort of running command, it looked like, kind of pause, kind of shake himself out of a momentary stupor, and again begin shouting orders. Civilians, back, deeper into the city! Men, stand strong! Hold the line! Hooah! And you see the shields all in unison clash together in a shield wall, spears suddenly leveled, and as a much more cohesive unit, guards begin pushing back against these invaders in their city. The fanatics also seem slightly jarred by a calm emotion spell, but I think the effect probably does not have a very pronounced impact on their current
I mean, that's
goals. They are mostly, they kind of pause for a moment, kind of catch themselves, and are like, oh right, we were fighting, and get back to it. The elementals, completely unfazed by it. They do not seem to even notice the magic happening.
Oh, I honestly didn't even consider the elementals, nor did I care. I figured that, yeah, if people were calmer, they could get out faster without pushing.
That's definitely a cluster of civilians that are getting out of dodge a lot faster, following soldiers' commands better as they mount a more effective offense. Barnaby and John,
Yes.
where are you guys at this point?
I was looking for people that needed help, but it sounds like they're getting a bit angry.
Yeah, there's definitely,
there's some lovely riders that you could aim for.
There's definitely people who need shooting. There's definitely people that need helping. I guess it's a question of where are you focusing Barnaby's energy initially.
Probably initially is to shoot the ones that need to be shot.
Sure. So kind of floating in the air, raining fire down in assistance with the East Alliance. John, should I assume that you are in a similar mindset? Johnny boy?
Oh, Johnny boy, the fights
Yeah.
are calling.
What is John doing as he approaches the harbor and sees kind of the chaos in front of him?
Can I do a cool Aquaman splash out with my glaive and just start whacking away?
Start fucking tearing into dudes.
I'm gonna rage first.
Can I just take a moment to think? Wait, John was flying before. Did he go into the water solely so it would look cool?
Well, he can teleport through water is this thing. He's got that the ghost water dive.
Also, when was I flying?
We have flight spells on us. That's how we got here so fast.
Yeah, you guys had 10 minutes of flight from the mages before you guys teleported off the boat.
If you don't want to do the water teleporty thing, you could do a really cool Captain America style land charge.
Fucking
Only
3-point
only-
Superman lighting.
if I get to
Landing.
do the Black Widow landing.
That's acceptable. I mean, I don't control how John lands.
Also.
This is an acceptable answer. I'll allow it.
I got to do the Black Widow landing on top of a water elemental.
It just like splashes down through it, like scattering half of his body across like the street and the people next to you. It slowly starts congealing itself back. You just start laying into it. Lauren and Noelle and Gideon, I think you would all find your party aided by Alexi, who is still afloat in the air and just raining fire bolts and ice bolts down as fast as he possibly can. The party slowly pushing a contingent of elementals and fanatics back to the water.
Side note, well, because that was like one turn versus the X number of minutes. If I see any kids in distress, I'm just gonna freaking go down and yank them out of there. Cause no.
That's fair. I think as you guys advance, there's definitely people sort of taking cover in buildings, families and singletons, onlookers, who had come to see the arraignment, who are definitely in need of a safe way out of this nightmare situation. As you guys sort of wrap up this encounter, kind of backing up this contingent of the East Alliance and kind of put down the last of these elementals, kind of back the remaining fanatics into a corner where the East Alliance is able to sort of like press into them with shields and subdue them, grabbing manacles. You'll see, one of the captains kind of turn to your group and say, "Thank you so much for your help." And as Noelle and Aloran and Gideon land next to you all, you will hear the of another building several blocks down hitting the ground, another column of smoke and dust shooting into the air, and again the screech of this creature as it crawls out of the water and up onto the docks. The captain just looks down the street like, I don't know how the fuck we're supposed to kill that thing.
I look at or John looks at Noelle's like, are we killing that thing, or did we find La Sharon?
We're killing it. We know where they're going.
We have time.
Focus on evacuating the civilians for now.
Said to the guard.
We'll start slowing it down.
Or at least diverting its attention.
Yes.
Good luck.
Godspeed.
Let's see what we can do.
A very sort of
Are we going?
nervous look at Gideon. He quickly leads his men kind of back down the street and starts calling out, "Anyone taking cover, please follow me."
Are we going with Plan Big John?
Do we have any fly left?
I can turn into a thing and fly you up there and drop you, buddy.
Johnny, your headset's up, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I can turn into a bird and drop you down. If that's what you want to do, John.
I'm looking at Noelle.
I think we have time. If you want to try. Out of curiosity, just DM, how close could we get to the action? How close is the worm at this point to the shore?
The worm is crawling up out of the water onto the docks.
So
Okay.
not a lot of time. We need to go.
So then,
I can stop it from getting any further onto the land if we want to take that route.
what do you mean?
I could also do wall of fire so it doesn't want to keep moving forward.
I was gonna do Dawn.
I don't know
What does
what
that
that
do?
It's a giant cone of light that burns 4d10 radiant damage when you're in it.
It probably does
Okay.
not like that.
Also, I can move it on my turn up to 60 feet, so I can
Oh,
try
okay.
and keep it in front of it.
So basically, a giant magnifying glass in the sky. Like, you in particular.
Yeah, I could do.
Yeah,
I could
basically.
use it like one of those like air hockey pucks where you're trying to stop the puck from going. Just move the
Honestly,
dog
that's-
cape in front of him.
Probably not a terrible idea. So then I can keep flying. Maybe do call lightning and be John's getaway ride if he needs to get away. Okay, guys, let's go.
Yeah,
Jacob's
we're going.
Yep.
All right,
John.
Yeah, John gets his vial of enlargement potion ready.
all right.
Yeah, don't do that until we're higher up. Holy shit. He'll squish a Lauren won't be able to fly. I'll turn into the Quetzalcoatl thingy.
Quetzalcoatlus,
Quetzalcoatlus.
the big old dino bird.
Yeah, I'll turn
Alright.
into that, pick up John, and start flying.
All right. So as we get into this, as we get into this combat, we are currently at the 1.5 hour mark. Do we want to take our break here, or do we want to start combat now?
I would like a 5-minute break to go pee.
All right then.
Okay.
Let's take our break, and then when we get back, be ready to roll initiative with D10s. Don't forget.
All right.
Thank you. 'Cause
Stream's back.
Ready?
Alrighty. It's time to roll initiative.
With D10s.
D10.
D10s.
My D10s betrayed me last session. It's very
Oh
normal.
shit.
Very normal roll.
Let's go. I'm rolling.
John
good
got an
tonight.
11.
14 for Barnaby.
Burberry also got an 11.
Lauren,
I got a 10.
good rolls.
I also got an 11.
Les. Help!
Damn, party.
This creature! We're gonna kill it. Slowly.
Alright, let me set up stream and then y'all can.
I do apologize. I did have to briefly step out. So,
Partake.
did we find the beastie? Or are we
Yeah.
fighting it?
We're
Yeah,
fighting
he was a few blocks away, like, you know.
Okay. I know the
Y'all-
last part I heard was he was coming up onto the docks before I.
Yeah, y'all could hear him coming up as you know Avengers assembled to fight it. So,
All right.
here we go. So you guys are currently off down the street. Lauren is a big fucking bird dinosaur with John on her back. Barnaby, Burberry, Noel, John, and Alexi are also there.
Side note, how much you guys want to bet that this thing has legendary?
Oh. Of course
100%.
it does. If it doesn't,
Legendary resistance? What are you talking? What is that?
I'd be shocked.
Maybe
What kind of
maybe
mechanic is
it
that?
only has like 2 because it's a baby. I don't know. It's copium.
Well, the reason I'm mentioning it is because I was like, maybe there's like a better spell, like that's not the one 5th level spell that I have that I could use. I was like, well, I could banish. Nah, it has legendary resistance. There's no way it doesn't have legendary resistance.
Is Gideon fighting with us?
Gideon is here.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we'll actually get to like see him in combat and not
Yeah,
like
no, that's exciting.
and not trying to safeguard
I
a
have
house.
something I need to go do. Goodbye.
Listen, if the things attacked that night, that would have been the one safe place in town. All right, he was trying to be responsible. Anyways, no such time for such a thing now. First up in the order is Barnaby, and
All
you
right.
are presently about 25 times 5, so about 125 feet out from the beastie.
Jeez.
Take a little bit to get there, but I can still curfew over to it. Let's
Correct.
see. So I'm going to move about 30 feet flying in the air. I'm going to stay about 30 feet in the air, for what
Okay.
it's worth. And then
So-
I'm going to kerplew with Bertha.
Okay.
Question: how many rounds of fly do we have?
I would say Burberry, John, and Barnaby would have run out of fly by this point.
I still have flying booties, though.
Oh no, I'm
Yes.
mostly checking for the rest of us.
Yeah. Gideon refreshed Noel and Lauren, but Lauren doesn't really need it right this second. But I think he would probably check with Noel. It's like, hey, do you plan to be in the air?
Probably not a good spot for me to be anyway.
Okay, good. He's gonna fly off.
Wait, he's flying off?
He's gonna go fight the monster.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you meant he was
Yeah,
bailing.
so
Here's bailing.
We
We all
should-
expect
we should-
Gideon to bail. What does that say about it?
We should probably inform him of the plan, right?
Oh, yeah, Gideon, we're gonna drop John on it.
sounds good. He's still flying,
Okay, he doesn't seem
like
to
in a
care.
wide arc towards it. But yeah, Barnaby, what are you doing? Pew pew.
I shoot, and I'm going to have Bark shoot at it.
All right, it is 18 times 5 is 90, if I'm correct. 90 feet away.
All right. I have disadvantage, but there's a good chance I'm still going to hit it.
It's very possible.
All right, so that is a 8 plus 14, so 22.
That will hit.
All right.
Hey, Flat.
Yeah.
Who's the red token at the end of the dock?
one guy who is too scared to move. I missed him when I was clearing the map, so he's just standing there. It's like he's like a young soldier, just like gobsmacked, like jaw slack, staring as this thing is laying waste to the city. He's just like, what the fuck do you do in the face of this?
Is he Triton or non-Triton?
And then he faints. He's human. Alright.
Alright.
He faded. Alright,
Oh
so you get
no, Plant! You're making me go get him.
Alright, so that is going to be 17 damage for the first hit.
17 damage. That'll hit.
And then a 12 plus 14, we already determined that's going to hit. So that is going to be 15 damage for the second hit. And then I'm going to order Bark to try and shoot, and that is 16 to hit.
16 will not hit.
Someday Bark will hit something.
So what was that total?
So that would be, let's see, 17 plus 31. Sounds right. That sounds right.
31. All right. Question.
Yes.
Is Bertha magical?
Yes,
Okay.
because I have a repeating shot on it. Makes my bullets magic.
That'll do it then.
Yeah.
So yeah. Barnaby is immediately charging forward, gun in hand, just fucking firing at it. You're connecting with something. Although as big as this thing is, it does not seem to be paying too much mind to what you're doing. Anything else on your turn?
Use my bonus action, main action. I think that's all I got for right now.
All right. As a legendary action, you see one of the needles suddenly launch out of the bristling mass on its back and fly straight towards you, Barnaby. Almost like a reflex. Does a 22 hit?
Yep.
All right.
That's what I rolled earlier to hit it.
Hey. So you take. Oh, those were terrible. That's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage, or 8 piercing damage,
All right.
and 8 fire damage as the heat off of this thing burns as it makes contact intensely.
Oh, that's spicy.
Not quite red hot, but definitely hotter than you would expect. It burns like a bitch. So that's 16 damage in total.
Yep.
And that is his turn. So that will take or his legendary turn. So that will take us to Noel and John and Burberry and Lauren. And I forgot to mention it last time, but like, if you guys want to go in whatever order, you're all next to each other. You can do what you want order wise.
I think my
So
turn's sorry, just gonna be pretty simple. I'm just going to. Is this like a house? Like this thing?
Yeah. That's like a that's actually like probably the East Alliance office where
Okay.
you know the some of the Baywatch, Bay Guard, whatever you call them, kind of maintain that wharf to the penitentiary.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna try and get close. I'll sneak. I'm just gonna hide like over behind this wall. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. So hide. I'll say go ahead and give me a stealth check then.
Well, if it is paying attention to me, it probably knows where I am because that's like a 9.
Okay. 9. Good to know. Any bonus actions on your turn?
I am out of bardic inspiration, so
Okay.
that's all.
That will do it then. We still got John, Burberry, and Lauren. What are you guys doing?
I think me and John are pretty much. I'm just flying as fast as I can, dashing up into the air to get John above it.
Okay. So your guy is the
Was a lot. I think it's 80 foot of movement. Wait, no.
80-foot fly speed, yeah. So with a dash, you can move 160 feet.
Yeah, so I'll fly a
So are you trying to just get altitude?
I'm
For
doing
now.
both, where I'm like getting towards it, but I'm also
Okay, so like 80, I guess, 160 foot hypotenuse would give you how long of a
And they said you'd never
leg?
use geometry.
This is the one geometric theorem I use with any regularity.
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
So yeah, I'm trying to remember how to get like a right triangle if you're climbing at the same speed. So this is 160 feet, and we want this to be a 45, 90, 90. So, okay, so 113 feet up and 113 feet out. So that'll be from here to not 12, 11, about 11. So not quite over it, but you're definitely high in the air. By next turn, I think you will be high enough for a drop at max damage.
Okay, and I'm gonna
No,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I was just gonna cast daylight. Can I use my bonus action? Because it says that I can use my bonus action to move it up to 60 feet. Can I use that action to keep daylight between it and the town?
Is it dawn or daylight that you're casting?
Dawn, sorry.
Dawn. Okay. So until the spell ends, 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder within 60 feet of you, and you can move it 60 feet as a bonus action as long as you're within 60 feet. Yeah. So you could get it 60 feet out and then drop it or move it another 60 feet.
Okay.
So
No, it's just
that'll
because
be-
I know it hasn't like taken its turn yet. So, but I want to move it to like keep it between it and the town. That's the goal. So I know that that's not strictly on my turn, but like,
So
you know what I mean?
12 times 5 is. Yeah, wait, hang on. 12 times 5 is 60, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the daylight would be here, and then you'd move it another 12. So you could get it in front of the creature. I think John and Lauren would actually be a lot further than they were. 110 divided by 5 is like 22,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are significantly closer. My apologies. Daylight on the creature, and you're just going to drop it or dawn on the creature, excuse me. 30-foot radius, 40-foot high, and it's going to be. We'll do yellow. Yellow's nice and daylighty, and we'll just have to make it. 40 feet is going to be an 8-ish across, so something like that. Or no, that's more than that. If it's a 40-foot radius, that's 16 across.
30-foot radius.
Oh, 30-foot radius. Okay, so that's
6 across.
12. Okay, 12 across.
Holy Jesus! I'm not hitting
1, 2,
anybody
3,
else, am I?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hitting anyone else, am I?
The buildings directly in front of it are smoking piles of rubble. There's nobody in front of it that is living, as far as you know. Like it is just carnage on the docks directly in front of it.
All right, move it like 10 feet up, like into its space. Hopefully, it'll back up.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So he needs to make a con save, correct?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Ooh.
For
Or no, wait, no, con. Sorry, I got myself mixed up with
I was
the
gonna
yeah,
say-
that's con. My bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. This is almost definitely a success. That was an 18 plus, so 28.
That's okay. It still takes half damage.
Okay.
Which 2d10's not as good, but it's still something. As I immediately hurl the dice off my desk. Ooh, 17.
17 damage. All right, so that'll be a total of 8.
And it's radiant damage, so take. I don't know if it makes any difference. But,
So this intense beam of light suddenly kind of springs either up out of the ground or like down from the heavens. It's hard to tell. It just sort of materializes over this thing, and it's blindingly bright. And the creature sort of shudders a little bit as it begins to sort of bake in this intense radiance.
Someone smell
does not
cooked
seem
fish.
terribly deterred.
The microwave of the gods.
Anything else on your turn, Burberry?
I think that's good. I would like to make sure that there's enough room for John to fit without ending his turn in the bake.
He lands on the butt.
Where is Berber on the map right now?
I'm
Burberry
2 squares.
is
I'm like a little below you.
in the
Oh,
street.
I was looking at the one over here. Gotcha.
I can
So-
shift it down so that he can hit more than just the butt.
With its legendary actions, it is going to take 2 more needles shooting out of it. One at the flying dinosaur drawing close, and one at the tiny cleric in the street. Dinosaur does a 27 hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool. So that is going to be 3 fire damage and 16 piercing damage. And Burberry does a 27 hit.
I think so.
Okay. That's going to be 8 piercing damage and 6 fire damage.
Okay.
And those are his legendary actions. Those are the ends of your turns. We are now at the creature's turn.
John
What do you want to do,
didn't go.
John? What are you doing?
Well, so I don't think I'm going to actually be doing anything this turn. I might be, but I have a question about my abilities and the setup here.
Okay.
Because if I activate it, so both Rage and the Giant's Might are both bonus actions,
Right.
and I also need to take the potion, but I can't do the Giant's Might or the potion while I'm on top of a Lauren, right?
You can probably do one of them.
I'd say you could do one because she is also she's a large creature, right? Or is she huge?
So,
I think I'm
question:
large.
if she's
No, I'm
going to
huge.
get me to the
you're
correct
huge.
height,
Okay, so you could take one of them for sure.
so if she's going to get me to the correct height next turn,
Yep.
then I should activate the Giant's Might this turn, and then next turn do the Rage and then the potion as I'm dropping.
That sounds right.
Sounds like a good
So
plan.
you 2 bonus actions and an action.
So that's like the best option.
I think
That's what it
as
sounds like.
Efficient as it gets.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll use my bonus action this turn to activate Giant's Might.
So John doubles in size, octupling in weight. Aloran, he is significantly heavier than he was a second ago. But thankfully, you are still a giant fucking dinosaur, which helps a lot. So,
How Dragon Rider lore starts.
yeah. You continue to climb in the air. Anything else from John on this turn?
No.
Okay. Then that will take us to the beast. And on his turn, he is going to turn towards Burberry and Barnaby, who are both standing out in the open. And
Floating in the open, thank you.
you see it sort of rear back a little bit, kind of stepping back into the ocean, just a smidge. And you see it open its mouth, this 3-part beak, and that intense blue light begins to glow. And I'm going to need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Something tells me this is gonna hurt. Either way.
Please, for the love of God,
Please make this.
please make it.
That is a 22, 17 plus 5.
That is a success.
Bam! Bark probably is going to need to make one too, isn't he?
Yep.
Goodbye, Bark.
All right. I think Bark ain't going to be doing much.
18.
Let's see.
18 just makes it.
Oh my god.
By chance, is this poison or psychic damage?
It is not.
All right. Bark would be immune to that otherwise.
It is force damage as this beam of crackling energy rakes across the street, just barely missing the both of you as it kind of like crawls up the side of the building. You see, fires immediately kind of shooting up from the wood.
I like the
Bark's
idea that
getting
Burberry
vaporized. He got a 2.
I like the idea that Burberry just very suddenly like halves in size. Just like
Running.
Ducks.
No, just like the top one just steps off.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so that is going to be 10, 20, 46 force damage. Halved down to 23.
oh god, thank heavens. I was about to go shit.
God, I hope it's squishy. I hope he doesn't have a lot of hit points.
I bet you he
scared.
does.
Oh, I bet he does, and I'm scared.
Has the worm does it show any damage? Has anything hit it at this point? Or are we the first people
Yes.
to engage with this?
Oh, okay. No.
It's got like a couple of scuffs, but people have mostly been running from it.
Yeah.
I would say looking out into the bay, like around the corner, Noah, you would see the two sort of escort ships that have been out there. Both of them are on fire. One of them is sinking. They do not look like they fared very well against this thing. But that is his turn.
Hey,
That will yes.
Con save.
Con save.
He's still in the circle.
You're right. Fine. Does another 28 succeed?
Take half damage. Take 6 damage.
Can't do monster screech, but you can picture it. So that'll take us to Alexi and Gideon. So Alexi is flying still.
Sounds like a really deep version of when you erase stuff. Oh.
He is going to. I think he is going to fly low and then try and like hook hard to the right and try and like take some cover. And before he like finishes the maneuver, he lets out a spell, which is going to be something good, I hope. What do you have prepared, my guy? I guess we're doing lightning bolt.
How's it going?
So upcast at that's going to be a success. But it deals a little bit of extra damage because that's a 4th level slot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is going to be 10, 20, 24, 28, 33 halved, so that's 16. Unfortunately, the bolt of lightning collides with the side of this creature and just sort of seems to kind of arc weakly across its carapace as it takes half of that damage as well, being resistant. And Alexei just kind of cusses under his breath and dives behind this pile of debris along the dock.
Hey, I was gonna go there.
Find your own hiding spot. That will take us to Gideon, who has not quite as fast of a fly speed. But he will get out there. And I think he's hanging in the air, honestly, and he is going to... That is 15 times 5 is 75. I think that's... Well, with... So we're going to do that on turn 1. I don't think he actually can... No, that's too far. So yeah, we'll go 1. That is... That is hitting. 2 hitting. And 3 hitting.
Sorry, what's he casting?
Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
Classic. And that's not bad damage. That's 20... No. 35. So that's going to be... 3 shots ring out as Eldritch energy crackles through the air and collide with the side of the creature. That one definitely seemed to get a response as it sort of like rears back and howls in his direction. As a legendary action, it is going to attempt to muster strength. And that is a failure, but you could see veins bulging around the mouth. You can see steam beginning to sort of rise from between the spines on its back. It seems like it's almost trying to force more energy out into another blast. And that will take us back to the top of the order. So, party, who's going first? What do you want to do?
Wasn't Barney good? Oh.
I mean, I'm gonna stick to my original plan, which is shooting this thing.
Just keep shooting.
Yeah,
Sure.
Keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll to hit.
Are you closing
That's
distance
a-
at all?
That is a.
Oh yeah, do you want to move?
I'll get a little closer to this thing.
Okay. So with 30 feet, you could get there. Wah.
I will, and then I'm gonna shoot.
All right, and then you are within 60 feet.
Okay. That is gonna be 30 to hit.
30 to hit will hit.
All right. Be 14 damage for the first hit, and then
14.
second hit is a 1 of 4.
That'll hit.
That'll be not the best. That's low. That's minimum damage. So that's going to be 7.
Oof.
Not the best.
Okay. But good shots. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that should be it.
All right. Who's
I
next?
can't do much right now.
Noel, John, Burberry, Lauren, you're all next to each other. What
I
do you want
say
to do?
we let John. Let's see what this does.
All right, I will.
Well, so Lauren has to go first then.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash up, and I am going to basically go straight up, but make it so I'm directly over the creature.
Okay.
So, like, probably like a really steep fucking angle.
So 10 feet forward will get you over it, and then the remainder is going to be just vertical climbing, basically. So the hypotenuse will be
Trump just
160
stands
again,
on her back and just lets himself fall.
and the angle.
Godspeed, you
will be-
crazy, crazy man.
Wait, hold up. I want a regular. There's the hypotenuse control. Okay, so we want 160 and 10. Okay, that's basically just 160 feet. Got it. So you are now 111 plus 160, 270 feet up. If
27
my math is
floors.
correct.
That's
Ish.
max fall damage.
Now here's a question about mechanics here.
Yep.
Is it gonna do more damage if I now use my gigantic glaive that grew with me, by the way, to attack while falling, or is it not gonna matter?
The way I'm going to rule this is that I'm going to treat it like you're falling on the creature, right? So you're going to be dealing fall damage and basically splitting it with it. And I'm going to bump the dice up just because you are now going to be, huge?
So I'm gonna be 16 times 2, so 32 feet tall, and 8 times 8, or no, to 340 times 8 times 8.
He's going to be beyond gargantuan, technically.
I mean, rules is written, he's huge, technically, but he is definitely very
his
fucking
ability
heavy.
makes him go up a size category, and then the potion doubles your size.
The growth increases his size category by 1 category, from medium to large, or large to huge, or huge to gargantuan.
His ability?
No, the potion will.
Isn't it a potion of
So
enlarge?
Yeah.
Is it worded differently than the spell then?
The spell's worded that way. Let me double check the potion.
Weight-wise, I'm 21,760 pounds.
Is it potion of... Wait, is this is not potion of giant strength. This is potion of...
Enlargement.
So...
Giant strength is the ability.
Potion of growth. There we go. So yeah, it's the effect of the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours.
The target size doubles in all dimensions.
Yeah, and its size category increases by... This growth increases its size by 1 category, from medium to large, for example.
So I think already at the...
I think it's just making an example. Whatever.
But hang on.
He's 32 feet tall, but he still takes up a huge space, right? He's controlling a 15 by 15 foot square of space with his body.
I see.
Even if he is 32 feet tall. Because, I mean, you are... Well, I guess you're about as tall as the foot that you control, but you get what I'm saying.
Would the ability Little Giant affect this in any way?
Little Giant?
Remember, essentially, I'm considered one size larger when determining certain things.
Oh, is this for the Goliath?
Yeah, because I'm literally 8 feet, which is the limit of normal.
That is for determining carry capacity.
Oh, okay. So technically, I go from normal or medium to large, and large to huge.
Yes. So you are 15 foot square. You are physically 32 feet tall and several thousand pounds now.
21,000 pounds.
Pounds. It's so fucking nuts. 22 basically.
Almost 22,000 pounds, yeah.
Which is 11 tons. And how much does an elephant weigh?
Probably like 3 tons.
An elephant weighs... Okay, you are heavier than an elephant, that's for sure. Elephants are up to 15,000 pounds.
Nice. Okay.
A compact car weighs 3,000. I'm like, what about a semi truck? Okay? You're not as heavy as a fully loaded semi truck.
Okay, so apparently an elephant at its max size is 7 tons.
Okay, so
and John is like 11 tons. So we're looking at about something the weight of a
elephant half.
A semi truck without a trailer is a very large one, right? So
Okay.
this is a
So
very big boy.
At the beginning of my turn, I rage.
Mhm.
And then as soon as I am stepping off of Aloran, I
Aloran.
drink the potion.
Okay. So you will blow up to huge size and plummet 270 feet onto this creature, crashing into it and rolling off into the ocean. There is a monumental fucking rumbling boom as water and
Now I have
stone is just thrown up in every direction. Jesus Christ, this is going to be so much fucking damage.
It's okay, Plet. We promise we won't drop John onto all of our problems.
This is so much damage.
Don't make that promise.
Okay, so
I mean, this is the first time we've ever felt like the need. Plus, we only have one of those potions, right?
Oh, well, yes, but also I just got the ability to grow large, so.
Yeah.
that's true.
I said all our problems, not any of our problems.
We get one John per arc.
One Mega John.
Yeah.
Megala John.
So, just for your size, I will bump you up from a D6 to a D8, and you are going to be dealing 20 D8 to this creature, splitting it between the two of you from this fall. So,
And then
if you wanna
having
roll
that
damage,
me again.
yeah, you'll be having it.
Do I need to? Okay, so if it's not damaged by non-magical attacks, am I able to land on it with my either shield or weapon that is magical?
Yeah,
so that way it is magic damage.
That's fine. It's just like a diving fucking plunge with this giant weapon.
I was gonna say because the weapon and shield grew with me, so.
Yeah. So 20 D8 if you'd like to do the honors.
Okay. It's a good thing I use an electronic dice roller.
It would take me a while to add that myself.
So the first roll is 5d8 equals 17. Second set of 5d8 equals 22.
17, 22 is 39.
Third set of 5d8 is 27.
39, so 46, 66.
And the last set of 5d8 is 20.
So 86 total damage. Split between the two of you. That means you are each taking 43 from that fall.
Nice.
And then having that means that I'm taking 21.
Yes.
I'm still over 100 points of health left.
We'll see how long
Do it
that
again!
lasts.
Do it again!
As the creature roars, as you fall into it, this huge spray of water and cobblestone and wood debris as you crash into it. This rumble, as you know, like a bomb going off, kind of shakes the waterfront. And
how large is this thing?
As you sort of dismount from it, this thing is still like 20 feet taller than you. It is like 5 or 6 stories tall. It's huge. This is a massive creature.
Can I use action surge and grapple it?
It might be too big for you to grapple, John.
Technically, John is huge and it is gargantuan, so you can try.
I love this.
So,
1 second, I'm checking one thing. Okay, so I have advantage on strength checks, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm rolling a strength check to
Grapple.
Grapple.
Yep.
Is it just straight strength or anything else?
Athletics would be if you have proficiency in athletics.
Okay. So that's a +8.
So I got an 18.
I got a 24.
Okay. So John, as he rolls off and just kind of like getting out of the fucking hot poker of its back and all that steam, very quickly rallying himself, just lunges at it, tries to grab a hold of the creature. The tentacles from underneath are like kind of thrashing around, whipping at you, and like as they kind of lash towards you, you fucking throw an arm around them and pull tight underneath your arm, kind of cranking them around your body. I will say, mechanically speaking, you have this thing grappled. So it is not
Awesome.
moving from this spot.
Sweet.
What is it? So everybody else gets advantage on attacks against it now?
No, he just does not have a move speed until he breaks the grapple.
I thought there were disadvantages to grapple.
If he's prone, he has this, or people have advantage on it. But grappling, as far as I remember, it is just the. Yeah, it is just move speed is lowered to 0.
And he doesn't have disadvantage on attacks against other people or anything?
No. It's just he just can't move.
Hmm.
But you can attack it if you like.
Oh yeah, I still have an attack left, don't I?
You do have an extra attack from your action surge.
I will go ahead and use that.
All right, go for it.
Slit his throat.
That would be a 23.
That will hit.
Uh, 7 plus 8 is 15.
15. And don't forget that you have the bonuses from being enlarged, whatever those are.
Oh right, yeah. So
Damage.
my question is, do I get one from the enlargement potion or only from the giant's might?
They're two separate effects. So you will get the D4 from enlargement, and
The
you will
D6
get
from giant's might?
a D6 from Giant's Might. Yep. So an extra 1d6 and
okay.
1d4.
Okay, I rolled a 6 on the 6 and a 2 on the 4, so an extra 8 damage on top of that, so 23.
Okay, shit. And this is your glaive or your sword?
This is the glaive.
Okay.
Question
So
though.
23. Yeah.
Am I able to activate my fire rune?
If it takes an action or a bonus action, I would say no.
It just says
But-
on target, on hit, target takes.
You could.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. So on hit, target takes 2d6 fire damage and does a strength saving throw. On a
Okay.
fail, they're restrained for 1 minute and take 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turn, and can repeat a saving throw at each of the end of its turn.
Okay.
So 2d6 more damage.
2d6.
That would be 8 damage, 8 fire damage. And
So
then
I
it
will
has to make a
say
strength saving throw.
you will notice the creature does not seem very troubled by the fire of this rune. And what is your save DC? I got a 19.
How do I know what my save DC is on this?
That would be a rune knight thing. 8 plus proficiency plus constitution modifier.
Okay. 8 plus 4 plus 4, so 16.
Okay, so 19 will succeed. So he is not restrained, but you do deal a little bit of extra damage with that. Is that the
Try
end
my
of your
best,
turn?
guys. Yep.
I mean, that's a pretty good turn.
That is a good turn. I will, on the end of your turn, John, use his last legendary action to bite you. Does a 23 hit?
Just barely.
Just barely. That's terrible damage. So that was 15 piercing damage.
Half down to 7.
Yep. And then 10 fire damage.
So 17 damage total.
That'll do it. And we still have Burberry and Lauren and Noelle, I believe.
Does that alleyway between the two buildings, the one in front of Barnaby and then the one in front of the creature, does that alleyway have any cover at all?
I mean, the buildings are pretty trashed. Those two buildings have both been cut by that creature's laser beam and sort of collapsed in on themselves. So the alleyways are still there, but there's rubble strewn through them.
I just wanted
and
to
the buildings
try
don't extend their full height anymore. There's maybe the usual height of those walls.
I mean, I want to see if I can hide from spikes. That's the correct.
Okay, sure, yeah. So advancing towards this wall for cover.
Can I make it to the next one or no?
The next one would be
If I
another turn. If you dashed, you could get to the mouth of it.
Okay, well then I'll stay here and I'll go ahead and cast Guiding Bolts.
70 feet? Yep, that'll do it.
As I throw my dice off the desk twice.
Don't do that.
No, it's because I roll it, and what happens is it hits my tablet, which is at an incline, so it forces it the other way, and then it just goes right off the desk. It's great. Okay. 25.
25 to hit will hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 4d6 radiant damage. And then next attack on it has advantage.
Yep.
11... 15.
15. Alrighty. 136. That will take us to Noelle. Unless you have a bonus action, Burberry.
I'm good. I can't cast on my bonus action. I thought about doing spiritual weapon, but I don't think I can do that because I already cast a spell this turn.
Alrighty. Then that just leaves Noelle.
Yep. I'm going to run diagonally towards the docks. How close can I get to them?
I mean, if you run out here 5 feet, and then you could get up to Alexi, easy. You could go right there.
I'm gonna. Is there anything to hide behind or around on the actual dock area, over here?
Not a lot in the way of cover. There's some burning debris. There's a lot of broken wood too, where this thing has sort of clambered over the docks. It's pretty open down that way. Does not look like you've got a lot of places to take cover.
Okay. I'm not gonna worry so much about it then. I'm going to. I'm actually gonna go from here. I'm gonna dash diagonally this direction, towards the docks.
Okay.
And then, so that's movement, action, to dash, however far that gets me onto toward the docks. And then I'm gonna Misty Step, I guess, to kind of get a little further down as my bonus action.
Okay.
Just kind of be closer to the action.
You can pop over this way, sort of. You can kind of hide under this tilted crane. Like one of the legs has been broken out from under it, and it's starting to fall. But like there's still enough bulkhead there you can kind of like hunker down a little bit.
Okay, that seems safe.
Okay. Sounds good
That's
then.
the turn.
That will take us to the creature. On his turn, do his powers recharge? They do not. So, with John right on top of it, and it feeling these intense pain from this fucking dive he took, you see these spines on its back begin to sort of like scintillate, this sort of like shivering, quivering, waving sort of motion. And John, I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you feel this
Wow, you really know how to target my
unsettling
weaknesses,
presence.
don't you?
Look, man, I the monster is what it is.
I got a 19.
19. That's a success, my guy. You definitely feel.
I only have a +2 to wisdom save, so I
You definitely
rely.
feel like a nauseating sensation in the pit of your stomach, but you quickly like look away from it and just focus on holding it in place. So with that not working, he is going to just try to bite you.
Bite you.
Behold my
Yum,
quiver.
yum. Yum, yum.
Chomp, 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 chomp. Does a 23 hit?
Dagnabbit, yes.
All right. Ooh, that's good damage. So that is 19 piercing damage and 4 fire damage. So,
It's 8, 9 damage,
9
plus
and
4,
4, so 13 total. Yep. And that definitely hits. That is a 28. And that is going to be 18, so another 9 piercing damage, and 9 fire damage, so 18 damage total. And that will be his turn.
Con save.
Con save. Okay. Con is that's 16.
I will nickel and dime this thing. Don't think I will. 15,
You can try.
15 radiant damage.
15. Okay, so it's down to 7. So that's going to be 203.
Just let me know if it gets below 15 or and yeah.
15.
15.
Okay.
It gets
Wait,
below
you're Burberry.
That's what mine says on my sheet.
What is your
Okay.
proficiency at? Your proficiency should be a
+4?
+4. Okay. And a wisdom is a +3. So that's 7 plus. Huh. Okay. Never mind. That math checks out. That'll take us to Gideon and Alexi. Gideon is going to fly closer and try and get something a little more potent off.
Don't forget he has advantage.
This is not an attack. He's going to be casting a spell.
Okay.
I think Barnaby is going to be the one attacking.
I just don't want the guiding bolt to go forgotten. So
It shouldn't. So this is going to be a con save as a sphere of greenish, nauseating light fucking like bursts in front of the creature. That is going to be a that's not good. Burn a legendary resistance on that.
Yes.
And make it a success. And he will take 4d10 radiant damage from sickening radiance.
nice.
Oh, 5, excuse me, because it is a upcast. Warlock shit. So that's going to be 10 and 12, so 22. So 22 damage halved becomes 11. This creature's at 214. There is now a second orb of light enveloping the creature. Oop. Draw, please. This one is a little bit more complete, kind of overlapping Burberry's daylight. Falling a little short of John, and Gideon is at 40 feet now. Okay. In response, at the end of Gideon's turn, the creature is again going to muster strength. You see the steam and the heat from its body intensifying even further. And that is a success, as you see crackling blue energy again take shape in its mouth. So, what's a dangerous slice I can take of people? We got John right there. We got Gideon in the air. We got Barnaby in the air. So I think that's who's getting hit. I'm going to need John and then Barnaby to make dexterity saving throws, please.
All right.
Gideon will succeed, so that'll be half damage.
A 17.
17 is a failure, I'm afraid.
That's not good.
No, sir.
You not have
On
inspo?
it.
Did
You
you want
could use
inspo?
inspo for this if you want.
15
I do have
plus 5.
inspiration.
20? 20 will succeed.
I'll use my inspiration, I guess.
You better hurry. Doing
So
math.
23.
That'll succeed.
Math.
So,
My
25,
Yes.
35 force damage. Halved will be... what is that, 17? So 17 each.
You
Ow.
have to wait for John's. That's not too
I'm gonna need some healing here soon.
bad. I'm working my way forward. I'm trying.
We're getting there.
Like I got hit a few times and I don't have the half damage thing.
He's trying. That'll take us to Alexi, who is probably very nervous, taking up the rear. I think he will fly. I think he'll fly up and kind of take cover behind this crane over you, Noel. He's still like he'll get like 30-ish feet up. He will cast. He will cast Wall of Force. And he is going to hem this creature in. This is going to be multiple panels of, what is it, 10 foot by 10 foot panels. And they have to be contiguous with each other. So he can make about 100 feet of wall. And I think his goal here is to force it into these two giant radiation fucking beams that have been filled up or created. So he's going to kind of lock you in with it, John. But he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish, something like that, right?
Not trapped
and
with
just-
you, trapped with me, all that jazz.
Yeah, he just kind of creates this barrier, this invisible wall, and you suddenly feel like the tides stop lapping at your feet, John, and you can feel this thing kind of at your back when you kind of rear back with your glaive. It kind of collides with this solid invisible force. And Alexi is just going to kind of call out, if it's fiendish, he's going to be resistant to just about anything else. And that is going to be his turn. So we're back at the top of the order. We have Barnaby, Noel, John, Burby, or Lauren. What is everybody doing?
How far am I away from the creature?
You are 270 feet up in the air.
So
Are
Alexi's
you gonna drop on it?
Turn into a blue whale.
No.
Lauren casts polymorph and turns herself into a fucking T-Rex. Why the fuck not?
Can I do that?
Do
I
you
don't
have
think it would
polymorph?
go well for the
I do
T-Rex.
have polymorph.
You could do that, technically. You will be falling through 2 fairly painful magical effects, but you can do that.
40-12? 3d8?
T-Rex doesn't have good
T-Rex?
attacks.
This
No
is
T-Rex. 136 hit points?
It's the go-to.
this is assuming your T-Rex survives the
Yeah,
fall, ma'am.
that's
All right,
not
don't get excited.
guaranteed. You don't have rage to have to damage.
Fair.
But you can try.
And for wait, is John in the only space that like is letting the like in the only free space between the 2 circles?
No, John's like, yeah, he's like right on the edge of it.
Okay,
I think,
so I don't know how Gideon's thing works, but mine works is that if you end your turn there, you'll take the damage. So if you fall and get out immediately, you'll be okay.
okay.
A real quick question. So he was saying that only radiant damage would affect it.
No, he was saying if it's fiendish, not much is going to affect it. Because he saw his lightning bolt kind of glance off of it, not doing much. John's fire hasn't done much.
Can I see if this is probably? I feel like this is a no, but can I do like a Arcana check to see if necrotic damage would do anything to it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If it bleeds, I can shoot it.
It's a 3.
A 3. You know, there's a lot going on right now, and you're having a hard time recalling exactly what, different fiends are resistant to. You know, there's a lot of rules with demons and shit like that.
Okay.
But they do tend to be very sturdy, which is a problem when it comes to killing them.
Can I use some of my movement as a Quetzalcoatl?
Okay.
And I'm gonna get kind of like over it, almost where John's at, so I'm like not. I'll hit it, but I won't be in the auras.
I would say there's not going to be a lot of room next to John. Even if you roll in that direction, just because there is that wall there now. That said, you could, as a T-Rex, theoretically jump off the back of this thing over the wall. That seems like a reasonable distance, given how tall this thing is.
I don't know what to do, honestly. Someone else go. I don't know.
Okay. I can go. Can I get in that? Can I get in the second alley now?
Yes. Scurry. Hiding.
Woo! Give me some scurrying and some hiding. And then I will. Oh, on the upside, the Lauren will have advantage on hitting this thing, or Barnaby. Actually, Barnaby, you should go before I do. Just wait.
All right.
Yeah, because it wears off at my.
Oh, the guiding bolt thing. That's right.
Mhm.
All right, go Barnaby.
Me shoot.
Shoot gun.
My dog's dead. I don't got anything else other to do other than shoot.
You killed my dog.
He'll be back, but it's the principle of the matter. Alright, so that is with disadvantage of 21 to hit.
You can get closer.
And do I really need to?
And you don't
Okay.
have. It's a flat roll. You don't have disadvantage.
Oh, that's true. Well, it hits regardless.
I mean, it wouldn't have been a 20 anyway. So, anyways, that is going to be 12 damage for the first hit.
12.
And then as a 23 to hit, and that's going to be max damage. That is 18.
18. Woofy doofy. 34, 44.
Yep.
You're putting numbers up. It's a lot of blood and a lot of cooking, sizzling flesh from inside these radiant auras. It's not looking great. Anything else on your turn, Barnaby?
Well, if it's not looking great, I'm going to use an action surge.
Oh, I shouldn't have said nothing. All right. Roll to hit.
He's looking amazing.
Oh,
Take backsies.
and you know what? Just to increase my chances of having a crit, I will move forward.
All right. So kind of flying up next to Gideon.
Yeah. So keep him distance so that way we can't just get 1-2'd with a laser or something like that.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 30 to hit. And
30
then
will hit.
12 damage. And then the second hit is 21 to hit and 12 damage.
Just plinking away. Legendary action. We're going to go and shoot a dart at you.
Kill something with enough lead, it's going to drop one way or another.
Does a 23 hits?
Yep.
All right. That's going to be 16 piercing and 5 fire. So
21 in total.
21 total. Alrighty.
Ouchies.
Who's next?
I can go quick. I am gonna try something that's probably not gonna work, but we'll give it a shot. Am
Alright.
I within range to cast Hideous Laughter on this thing?
How far do you need to
30
be?
feet.
You are 30 feet.
I'll give it a shot. I'm just gonna say straight up, if it has intelligence 4 or less, this just doesn't work.
Okay.
If it does have 4 or higher intelligence, then it has to roll a
It
wisdom
needs to
saving
make
throw.
a what kind of save?
Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom save. Okay, well, both of those were 21.
21.
You throw out
Silvery
a Pasha's
Bard
hideous
shot.
laughter. Okay.
Roll again.
Okay, 18.
Fuck, that's exactly my save.
Damn.
Oh.
He don't even have good wisdom. He's just got some good dice rolls today.
Damn.
Good try though. Anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna just scooch. Yeah, I'll just be a little further away from Lexi, just so we're not, in perfect line for a laser bolt.
Sure. I mean, he's like 30 feet in the air. He is more in line with Barnaby and Gideon than he is with you.
All right.
No, that's fine.
What you got, Burberry?
John, do you want like somewhere between 5 and 7 hit points, or would you like me to attack this thing?
Why don't I go first and see how much damage we do to it, and then
Well-
we'll determine from there.
Okay, yeah, I'm mostly asking because I only have a bonus action left, so I can either spiritual weapon or healing word.
Oh, did you already take the rest of your turn?
That was just me moving to a place with cover.
John is currently 50 feet away from you. Does Healing Word reach that far?
Yep, 60 feet.
Okay, cool.
Are we able to split it up so that I take my turn and then she can determine her final
Yeah.
actions, or no?
Yeah, he said any order.
Yeah. You're all next to each other. It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
So John's gonna attack, and then extra attack.
Okay.
But since you're one of the 2 people in the thick of it, I'll let you decide what I do.
Is it my turn?
Oh. So a non-natural 20 and a 23 to hit.
Those will hit.
Okay, and then I'm doing 1d8, 1d6, or no,
1d4.
1d10, 1d4, and 1d6.
6. Yeah.
So that's 21 damage for the first attack.
21. Good damage.
Now I really want to see somebody who attacks with the glaive that's magical, but the reason the glaive is magical is like it casts mending or something, so it's technically magical, but it has nothing to do with the damage output.
Look, I cast light on the glaive. It's magic now, right?
No. Like the glaive is magical. Like the glaive can cast light, so it's a magic glaive. It's just not.
The second attack is 23 damage.
23. Okay, so that's going to be 92, so 12. Oh, big numbers.
And then I'm going to use my second wind.
Okay.
So I heal 1d10 plus 3.
I believe that is correct. Yep.
So I heal a total of 10.
Okay.
So I'm at 47 hit points out of 123. So
Do you want extra hit point? Or do you want the book Chompy Chomps?
How rough is this thing looking, Plet?
I mean, it's definitely looking damaged. You've drawn some blood with your attacks, especially your plunging drop. Barnaby is plinking away at the face, with the fleshy parts around the beak. It's just like gouged with bullet holes. And it's starting to smell this intense, like radiant energy coming off of these two auras that Gideon and Burberry are conducting are like starting to cook this thing. Like it's giving off this like really rancid, fishy smell. And you can see the scales and stuff starting to blister and peel a bit.
Okay, I think I'd rather go with healing on this then.
It's still pretty pissed and pretty lively.
Okay. I will upcast Healing Word to level 3. Or actually, how's the rest of our party looking?
I'm doing okay still.
I'm
Not
fine.
the best, not the worst.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Lauren's like fucking 300 feet up in the air, like, I'm okay.
She's
I
doing
think you guys
loops.
have this.
Well, I was just debating if I should do Mass Healing Word or not, but if everybody else is okay.
I think we're okay
I'll
for now.
Okay, so yeah, upcasting to level 3, so that's 3, D4, plus 3. Okay, that's 2 1s and a 4, so that was great. So 9.
9 HP to John.
Yep,
All right.
gotta love a whole 9 hit points for a level 3.
I'm up to 56. That's at least something.
All right. Lauren, have you decided what you're doing?
Yup. I'm gonna drop Wild Shape, polymorph into a T-Rex, and go cannonball.
Just plunge.
You hear Lauren shout cannonball.
And then this fucking giant lizard just plummets out of the sky. And for the second time in 12 seconds, there is an earth-shattering, this huge spray of water and gravel and wood shrapnel, and the creature screams. And I will give you, same as John. You are also huge, so that's going to be 20d8 fall damage split between the two of you. Go for it.
All right.
Well, you know the saying, it's raining cats and dogs, right?
All right, my first roll on the site was 102.
That's 20 d8, 102.
Yep.
So you're each going to take 51.
The T-Rex lives.
Easy. So he's at 363. And yeah, so you are currently like prone on his back. What do you want to do with your movement? If you hop down on the other side of the wall of force, it's going to be hard to attack him. But if you stay inside of it, there's not really a good place to stand that's not inside one of those auras.
You know what?
I'd say hop out of it, because you can walk around it. You have a lot of movement.
What if she hops on John's shoulders?
Is she what?
What if she hops onto John's shoulders and attacks from there?
I mean, she's on his back right now, but that's still like inside Burberry's aura is the problem.
Well, how much
On
damage does your
John's
aura do?
shoulders?
Oh, on John's?
Yeah, if I jump
I don't know
on
if John could hold you up.
I'm a huge beast.
How big is the
How big is a T-Rex?
Huge.
Oh, heavy.
I'm the same size as John, and John could carry a Lauren, and I'm technically the same size as him.
Be right back real quick.
Okay, John was large when you were huge, carrying him, which was not as bad.
Wait, but I also have the giant or the giant stature. So
Rude. So
Higher carry capacity.
so what is your
I'm
carry?
gigantic.
What is your carry capacity for being gargantuan? Because she should be
how
like.
would I know?
How would you
How would I know
count
what
that?
it is being? Yeah.
There should be a way to calculate it on your screen. If you change your size with the drop-down menu, it should adjust your carry capacity in your inventory.
One sec.
If we go from large to
My
gargantuan,
carry capacity.
is
Current carry capacity is
2,000.
2,160 pounds.
Okay. She is definitely more than 2,000 pounds.
How is
so
my
I would
carry capacity
say-
only that?
I think it's your ability to carry shit effectively, and like still be able to like move and fight. You know.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say fighting with a several ton T-Rex on your back is probably not feasible.
I mean, I think
At this point, you're both about the same size, and you're y'all are so big, you would fucking crush each other if you stood on each other.
I mean, I think Burberry's right. If she just hops over the fence, she can just dart around and back if she needs to nip at it.
That's fair. What do you think of Johnny?
I'll just hop out the force field, but I'll try to do it where I jump so I'm like on the edge of the pier, like
You want to go like here,
next to that wheel thing.
this thing?
Yeah, as far as I can go, so I can run around easier and then run back out.
Yeah, I mean, jumping's not going to be difficult. You're very big and strong, so that's not a hard move. You're going to be coming crashing down on the pier though, because this thing, like I said, it's fucking like 30, 40, 50 feet tall, something like that. It's like 5 stories. So you're going to be hitting the ground. Taking a little bit of fall damage from that. Buffered by the water, we'll have it. We'll say that'll be 10, 15, 16, so 8 more bludgeoning damage as you like hit the ground, splashing into the sea, breaking the pier under your just immense mass. Let out another Tyrannosaurus roar, and yeah, if you wanted to dart in there in future turns, you could do that without being affected by Burberry's thing. So is that the end of your turn? Because that was your... All right. That will take us to the creature. So, power check. Do they come back? They do not. So, he will spend his turn biting John.
Hold on,
That's a
never guess.
crit. So
Oh, shit.
John is going to take a little damage. Little
Good
damage.
thing you healed.
Do we have any silvery
I
barbs?
can't. I use it on my turn.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be... That's not that much, actually. 9 fire damage. And that is 11, 8, 19 piercing. So halve that down to 9. So 18 damage total from the first attack.
Okay.
And second attack, that is a 29. So that's bad. That is 3 piercing and 12 fire, so 13 damage. And that is his turn.
Con save.
Con saves for everyone, for Gideon and for Burberry. All right, that's a success on Burberry's, and that's I think that might be a failure on Gideon's.
7 dabblage.
7 dabblage. All right. Gideon has very good spell save. Yeah, that is a failure. Okay, so he's going to take more, I believe, more sickening radiant damage. Yep. So 4d10, 5d10. Sorry. Yeah. So that is 9, 19, 30 radiant damage.
Shite.
Nice.
And I just realized Sickening Radiance, every time a creature fails a con save, he needs to burn another fucking thing on that. So we're going to have to... That's exhaustion if he fucking accepts that.
Go Gideon!
So we'll burn another legendary resistance to avoid Sickening Radiance.
We need to buy Gideon a fruit basket.
Should teach us that spell.
A good spell. And that'll take us to your 2 allies' turns. Gideon will... Gideon will feel ballsy, I think. And he is going to fly around the backside. I think, he's got enough movement. So he's going to circle this thing and sort of fly up next to you, John. And you will see him draw from his belt this jagged, almost like a double-bladed, short sword with curved blades on either side of the hilt. And the blade flashes with this eldritch purplish light as the creature suffers from his hex. And he will commence to attack it in melee, trying to weave into its various spines and get some better damage in. Okay, that is going to hit. And that is going to crit.
Sweet.
Call Gideon. So that'll be 3d8 plus total. Each.
Also, out of character, we probably should give Gideon major props to publicly, so that they continue to work on their...
Yeah, no kidding.
Standing, yeah.
That doesn't hurt. So that's going to be 7 plus 4, or no, 11 plus 14, excuse me. So that's 25 slashing damage and necrotic. So that'll be 35 total. So we're at 90, so 420. Sweet. So that is Gideon's turn. In response, the creature, looking very displeased with all of this, is going to attempt to muster his strength once again. And that'll be a success. You will see the steam emanating from his spines and the bluish energy crackling in its mouth again. And I will need John and Gideon and Alexi to make dexterity saving throws. Ooh.
John got a 21.
21 will succeed. Unfortunately, it looks like both of them fail. Your two favoriteest people in the whole wide world are about to fucking die.
No, they aren't.
So that's 10, 28, 40, 55 force damage total.
Oh,
Question.
Wow.
So on a success, John, you will take half of that. So 27.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is any of this an attack?
No, this is an ability.
Okay.
So that is 55.
So I took how much?
You would have taken 27 force damage.
That triggered my relentless endurance. I'm now at 1 hit point.
Okay.
So 5 is 22, so 70. Oof. Yeah, so that blast really fucking hurt Gideon. And he is like, his whole body is like smoking. John, him floating next to your head, like you can actually smell like the char on his flesh. He does not look good. Alexi, on his turn.
You want to work together for some hardcore healing, Noel?
Maybe, if we can get him up to a point where it would matter.
Well, I'm saying I could do the maximize healing thing.
Let me check.
Lexi's concentrating on wall of force, so we don't want to do any concentration stuff. Alexi's low on slots because he blew a lot of shit at the fucking boat.
Not to mention moving us around.
Yeah, I don't know that he's got a lot of combat stuff he can do right this second that's very useful. So we're going to probably play it safe. He is going to fly towards Gideon, and he is just going to dimension door the two of them out this way towards Burberry.
I don't suppose he could take me with him, could he?
He can take one person with the dimension door, unfortunately.
Does it? Okay.
And yeah, upcasting it wouldn't get him another person. Apologies. But that is his turn. So it is back to the party. Your turn, guys. What do you want to do?
Okay. John, do you have any health potions on you?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
I can dimension door you, John, but you have to be normal size.
So I can leave. I can Ghostwater dive out of here. That's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Then I am gonna go ahead and.
Is it my turn as well? Because if so, I can just get out of there first, and then we can deal
That's
with.
probably a good idea
after
given the
that.
legendary actions.
Yeah, it's everybody's turn.
Okay, so John's gonna Ghostwater dive out of here to somewhere within 30 feet that's safe.
30 feet would get you outside the radius of Gideon's sickening radiance. With 30 feet of movement, or with 30 feet of teleportation. You could also teleport 30 feet out to sea or 30 feet deeper into the aura. But I don't think you want that, so we'll assume teleporting out this way, and then you can move as you will with your regular movement.
So I have 40 feet of movement, so if I... yeah, I can't dash either, so it's just basically 40 feet of movement.
Yep.
Can I get to somewhere relatively safe or shielded?
You could get behind... You could, go, try and take cover behind this wall. I'd call it half cover, given your size.
I mean, I can end my size increase at any time, can't I?
I don't know.
One sec.
Oop. Stop doing that. The power lasts for 1 minute. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency or again on photos. So that does not have an ending clause, and I don't think the potion does either, honestly.
So it just lasts for a minute and then...
The potion lasts for 1d4 hours.
Oh.
So you're going to be big for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't end that either.
Unfortunately. John is very big.
Can John scrunch?
Yeah, John can hunker down and take cover. That leaves Noelle, Barnaby, Burberry, and Aloran.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Hope?
Yep. And that does drop concentration on the my ring.
Alas.
I mean, there's a reason I put off doing it to this point.
Yeah. So that is Beacon of Hope. Number of creatures within 30 feet of you. So you need to step out a little bit to get John within 30 feet. But after that, he and anyone else within 30 feet of you will have advantage on wisdom saves, death saves, and regain maximum hit points when they heal. So...
okay.
That's literally everybody.
No offense meant to John, but I value my cover.
I mean, if you step out and then back to cast Beacon of Hope.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
just sorry, John, I'm staying here.
Well, no. So I wasn't sure if it moved with me, but if I have to step out to cast it and step back, that's fine. I want to end my turn in cover because I have 47 hit points total. So this thing could one shot down me, and then Beacon of Hope would do nothing.
Yeah. It's 30 feet range, and it goes off when you cast it, right? So you choose the number of creatures within range, and then for the duration, they now benefit from that effect.
Cool.
So they don't have to stay within 30 feet of you after that.
All right. And I can't cast and bonus action cast, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You could channel divinity if it's a bonus action.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do my favor of the gods. So I'll just get that started.
Okay.
And
then duck back into cover.
Wait, hold
Sounds
on.
good.
Let me check a thing real quick. So if I target multiple creatures with the spell, do I get to pick creatures, or does it have to be a specific creature?
I think it was supposed to be a specific creature.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime you target a creature with a spell.
Okay.
Versus...
No, I wanted to double check.
Yeah. So that is Burberry's turn then. We got Beacon of Hope and Favor of the Gods up. So that gives us Noelle, Barnaby, and Aloran still.
Who's in the beacon?
Everyone.
Everyone but Aloran, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I within
Lauren's on the
60
far
feet
side.
of John?
You are. Yes.
Cool. Here is a
You
second
need
level.
to probably climb up these stairs to see him.
Sure.
But yeah, you'd be within 12
Are you
feet.
sure? He's pretty tall.
You know what? That's a. Well, no, because he's crouching. Remember, he's taking cover. He's like, please don't kill me.
I'll toss what I can. A second level healing word for an extra 4, 8 plus 5 is 8 plus 5 is 13.
13 hit points on John.
It's something.
Yay.
There's not nothing. Yep.
Boy, I do not have much I can do in this fight. I will try and just duck and take a little cover just to stay out of this thing's eye line with the rest of my movement.
Don't look at me.
I'm just here. Hello.
All right.
Goodbye.
Barnaby and Lauren.
Barnaby doesn't want to go. I'm just gonna go walk around, hit the creature with my 2 attacks, and then go back behind my little wall of force.
Okay. So I will need you to roll a save against Gideon's Sickening Radiance.
Oh, lovely. Okay. What is it?
It is a con save.
Ooh. And I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. If a Lauren... so would I use a Lauren's con or the...
No, you use the T-Rex's con.
Okay, so that would just be the +4?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. That is 16 plus 4.
That just meets it. Good job.
Damn.
You can feel this intense burning sensation as you step into the bubble, but you just power through it and lunge at the creature. And I don't think you take any damage, actually. Yeah, must succeed on the save or take the damage and take a level of exhaustion. So, actually, that means that he hasn't taken all that damage. So he's back at like there. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and make your attacks.
Hey, John, your next turn, come to me.
Okay.
All right. A 21.
21 will hit.
Cool. 40,
Jesus.
12.
40, 12. That's so many. Yeesh. Plus 7.
T-Rexes.
Alrighty. So that is 30 plus. And then do I get to add my wisdom modifier since I'm technically an animal?
Yeah, from the thing we talked about.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait,
So-
no, because that's wild shape, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Let me. Moon Druid might actually synergize with it. I don't know.
Well, if it synergizes.
Starting at 6th level, your attacks in beast form count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance immunity. Changeable is a moon. Ability to wild shape is a bonus action. Druid. That is weird, actually. I've never actually I don't think we've ever dealt with like a druid polymorphing themselves and how that interacts with their wild shape stuff. I don't think we've ever had that happen before. Magic in the shape of a beast you've seen. You can use the feature size with the same beast shape for a number of days. Okay, so the way wild shape is worded, it refers to beast shape specifically.
But technically, a
Frequently.
Tyrannosaurus is a beast.
It is a beast, but it's not your wild shape beast shape. It's
Fine. Okay.
polymorph beast
Then it's
shape.
37 damage.
Okay, only 37. Ooh.
I want it to die.
I know you do. So he goes back up to 4 something. For fucking. By the way, 2 is
Alrighty. And then I rolled a 19 plus 7, I think. Or what is it?
Okay. So,
Yeah. Oh,
what's up?
I rolled a 29.
29 to hit? Okay.
Yep.
That hits.
Okay, so 38. I'll be 22 damage.
22 damage.
And then I scamper away.
Out of the way.
Back behind the force field.
Okay.
I hope force field protect me.
As you leave his area of threat, he is going to take an opportunity attack.
That is fine. I'll take that.
Actually, this may not hit you. Does a 14 hit a T-Rex?
No. It's an armor class of 13, but I'm still have my.
Oh, you have your stupid tattoo. That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. First miss of the fight.
Does that T-Rex have a tramp stamp? Or is it just me?
No.
That's what the T stands for.
Oh,
It's a tramp Rex.
If anything, it looks like there's like a tree on its back. Tree
Tramposaurus.
tattoo.
Tramposaurus
Tramposaurus.
Rex.
Oh my god.
That's gold. All right, Barnaby, it's your turn.
Kill it, Barnaby.
all right. I'm gonna do a few things first.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a little bowl of gumbo, dip my necklace in it, and eat it. Eat the gumbo, of course, not the necklace. I'm gonna cast haste on myself. I found if I do this, it gives it the right zing.
I mean, hell if we know, eat a necklace could be on your bucket list.
Okay. So you gained a +2 to AC, advantage on Dex saves, and an additional action on your turn to make one additional attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Look,
Okay.
it's flavor in how I'm casting something without doing casting. Anyways,
Just
You
gumbo
lick-
laced with speed.
You dip this like fucking copper wire coiled Taurus ring into a bowl of gumbo and lick it, and you like it's like licking a battery covered in gumbo.
exactly. Got just the right zing to it.
You just got like this. Ooh. So what are you doing next?
I'm going to attack, but first I'm going to get a little closer to cover just in case I need it.
All right, where are you going?
I figured the extra speed would be useful.
Oh, don't come in this alleyway. There's gonna be way too many people in this alleyway.
I'm flying, so
Where are you flying to after this?
let's see. You said the wall force is still up?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I make it there with my normal double movement speed?
With the haste speed, you can make it there easily. Yes.
So I'm going to shoot as I'm running over there, and then going to hide behind it.
Fair enough.
So I'll be honest, both of those are going to hit. They're over 20 each.
Okay. Well, no, because you get one extra attack from the haste.
Oh,
You
that's
used
right.
you used your action to cast.
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
Wait, no, wouldn't my next action be wouldn't that trigger second attack or extra attack?
Not on haste attacks. It says you can use the attack to make one weapon attack only.
Interesting. All right. Well,
It specifically says that in haste, so
No, yeah,
Take it
I'll
up-
be
take it
able
up
to
with
do
the
more
desires.
damage next turn.
that is
Yeah.
true.
I'm not angry. Just didn't know that. That is going to be 17 damage.
17. He's a third, I think.
Uh-huh.
What was that number?
I think I know.
All right.
All right.
And that is your turn.
Yep.
With his final legendary action, I think he is going to probably throw a dart at T-Rex.
But what about force field?
The force field is only 10 feet tall. It just keeps this thing from backing out
What
into
if
the
a
ocean.
Lauren is ducking?
I'll give you 2 extra AC.
The T-Rex is just like laying.
Does a
flat on it.
28 hit?
Epic.
Of course, a 28 hits.
Even with the 2 extra AC.
All right. So, ooh, good. So that is max on the piercing damage. You're gonna take
How close is
21
Alorna to me?
piercing damage and 6 fire damage.
Is Alorna on the other side of the thing for me?
She is about as far
yes.
from you as she could possibly be.
Yes.
Sometimes I
Okay.
hate myself, but I must ask.
She is over 100 feet from you.
Does she need
Never
to
mind
make a wisdom save to keep concentration on
Constitution saving throw, yes.
Constitution. Sorry, brain.
Why, Burberry? Why?
Because I'm honest. Damn it.
Could have just
We
forgot.
win. We want to actually win.
Yeah.
No, I.
Technically, you
I'm
should have
agreeing
made
with
one when he
Burberry.
bit you earlier, too. Oh, wait, no, he missed. That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, so yeah, this is your first actual Constitution check for
And what am I trying to beat?
you need to beat a 10.
A 10?
Or no, that was 26 damage, right?
Yeah.
Or no, 20. Yeah, 26. So then you need to beat a 13.
I'm sorry. We've had.
Oh, I rolled a 16 plus 4, so.
Okay, so Aloran maintains T-Rex form.
Yay!
Good! I'm just kidding.
All right. That will take
Burberry.
us back
Burberry! Stop!
to the monster's turn then. Do his powers recharge? They do not. So he is just going to have to make his stupid save against the sickening radiance
Yay!
first. That is a success, so no damage.
Boo!
And he will begin crawling out of it.
That was one of the nice things about John being around. Also, I'm glad Barnaby didn't come into this alleyway.
And yeah, it's just like pulling itself towards you across the cobblestone, Burberry. You can see it.
Not a fan.
Is it within 10 feet of you? Oh, it's just shy of 10 feet.
You see
I
your
guess
wife
it's going to
flash
be
before your
needles
eyes.
then. You just see the needles all across its back flare, and suddenly they start shooting at you, Burberry. That's a nat 1 on one of them, and a 23 on the second one.
How close is Burberry to me?
Burberry is out of your line of sight and 35 feet away.
Dang, it's so close.
Does hit.
Yep. Burberry, you take damage today.
I mean,
That's
I've been
gonna be-
taking damage.
You take more. That's gonna be big fat 15 piercing damage and 8 fire damage.
So 23.
Yep.
Okay.
And that is the creature's turn.
I'm glad. John, please get here quickly.
Gideon and Alexi are looking a little worried. I think Alexi is going to grab you, Burberry, and he's going to try and fly away with you out of this creature's line of sight.
No, wait, hold on.
Okay, what do you want him to do?
John.
It's like, wait, what?
I need. Wait, is it our turn or is it just Alexi's turn?
It's Alexi and Gideon's turn. So what? He grabs you and he starts to fly away. And what do you tell him?
Okay, as long as Gideon flies with us, that's fine. I have a lot of healing capacity right now, so I'm gonna put it into somebody. Whoever's standing next to me is the one who gets it.
Okay.
Wait, why don't they just fly you to John?
Okay, that's fine. Gideon is just gonna fucking unload Eldritch Blast as he flies in retreat.
Burberry's just vibrating with glowing at it, just like.
Gideon crit.
Hey.
Yay!
All right, so those are all gonna hit. So that is 4d10 plus 15,
Gideon's gonna kill it, right?
maybe.
Here we go.
Nope. That's 2 1s and a 7.
Oh no.
So that's 9 plus 15 is 24, which is not bad. And you guys will fly back this, down this alleyway and kind of around the building towards John. Is the flight plan?
Cool.
This thing does not see anybody on its turn, but it's pissed, and it is going to attempt to muster strength, and it will succeed.
Oh.
You will see this creature turn towards Barnaby and open its mouth.
Uh-oh.
Barnaby, dexterity saving throw, please.
All right.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't roll. You roll.
You roll damage.
I got excited. That's right.
That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Inspiration!
I do not have inspiration.
Take mine!
I'm calculating damage.
Take mine!
I don't think it. That's a nat 20.
Fuck you.
Oh, thank God.
All right. That's 39.
I
force
saw the
damage.
beam light up in my face.
And you were
For
like,
a moment,
oh.
I froze.
And you
Oh,
just
no.
and you hear in the distance,
You hear Burberry yelling, God! So 39 halved is going to be 19 force damage. As this
Alright.
beam shoots across the water. And like 10 seconds later, you hear a distant and see a ball of fire erupt on the far side of the bay.
Oh, I'm glad I dodged that.
That will take us to the top of the order. Barnaby, Noel, John, Burberry, Lauren. What are you guys doing?
all
Okay.
right, I'm touching John.
Burberry's gonna explode.
And I'm just gonna very casually give him 35 HP and 12 temporary hit points.
Holy shit. Is this a cure wounds?
Yeah.
Okay. God damn.
No, wait!
All right. John, you feel a little better? You ready to get back into it?
How many temporary hit points?
Oh. But as a bonus thing, if you want to spend those 12 hit points, you can increase either an attack, ability, or saving throw by 3.
Nice. Okay. The first thing I'd like to do, weirdly enough, is I would like to catch a fish really quick.
I'm sorry.
I would like to catch a fish really quick.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I will dive into the water and catch a fish.
Okay.
Are there any fish even there when they all have been scared off
I'll,
by this
I'll,
giant?
I'll try to see if can I fit in like my water jug or whatever.
Wait, do you just want a squidsicle? Would a squidsicle work?
No, I need a fish.
Okay. I'll be honest, I don't know that there's a lot of fish swimming around this close to this much destruction and chaos. You dive into the water and look around, and you're not seeing much.
Okay, can I find like a living creature somewhere within range?
Also,
I
give me
can-
give me a perception check.
I'd asked you your friends count, but I'm scared if the answer's yes.
Perception. Would be 25.
Jesus. Okay. I mean, yeah,
What's that
looking
one?
around,
Towards the end of the dock.
you see some rats scattering across the pier that are, still
Perfect.
like.
I grab a
running on
rat
their
and throw it in my
hind
backpack.
Okay.
What's happening?
Dawn has a rat.
Okay. Can I throw a javelin at this creature?
I would say you can throw one. Grabbing a rat would have taken one of your attacks.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna chuck a javelin at this thing.
All right. Don't forget your giant dice.
If you're stuck this way, might as well take
That is a 26 to hit.
26 to hit. Will hit.
And then it's 1d6 plus
1d6, 1d4, and javelins are 1d6.
so 2d6 and 1d4.
Yep. Plus strength.
So that is 23.
23 damage. Very nice. A gigantic javelin skewers the face of this creature. Oh wait, this is just a regular javelin, right?
I don't know. Did they grow with me or not?
Well, they grew, but they're not like magic javelins. Is my
Oh yeah, I guess they're just normal javelins.
okay. So he would lose. He'd be down to 71. Okay, so damage due to resistance. Or no, actually, wait. That does not phase the creature. Actually,
Shit.
the javelin, untouched by the powers of magic, bounces harmlessly off the creature's carapace. I'm sorry to say, he is immune to non-magical damage.
Well, I can't do shit right now, so I guess that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. End of your turn. Needle attack. That's a miss. That's a 12. He's getting tired.
Good sweep.
You're winding him. All right, we got Noel, John, Burberry, and Lauren. Who's next?
I think my turn got spent healing.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so Noel, Barnaby, and Lauren.
See, I'm not just mean to other players, I'm mean to me too.
I mean, I think I'm gonna be ducking behind that wall of force now. Can I like dance across the beams of this crane?
I'll say it's difficult terrain, but yeah, sure, you could do that. So that would take your movement.
I'm gonna indicate that I'm healing Gideon next turn.
How was Barnaby looking? Is he pretty hurt?
I'm not doing the best.
Were you in the beacon? Is that even still going?
Yes, everyone but
Wait.
Lauren was the beacon.
I thought I was higher up.
Were you
Just
higher
be in
than
the
30
beacon.
feet off the ground?
I was exactly 30 feet off the ground.
It's fine.
Alright. I will toss you a
Hit the damn
bonus,
beacon.
a bonus action healing word at second level, so you'll gain 4, 8, 13 health.
Alright.
And I think for my actual action, I'm just gonna keep scooching a little further past him. Oh, get off.
You get a dash.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dash far though. Just getting out of the range of any laser beams.
Fair. All right, Barnaby and Lauren, what are you doing?
Lauren's gonna charge the creature as a dinosaur.
Are you charging through the sickening radiance or around
Yup.
it?
Cause
Alright. Lauren, don't give a fuck.
fuck you, Gideon. Fuck your little spell.
All right, make a Constitution check for me.
Okay.
Or save, excuse me, save.
All right. I'm gonna use. That's fine. 15.
15 is a failure.
I know it is.
So, as a T-Rex, you are taking 1 point of exhaustion, and oh, there's another die on there. Excuse me. That is 5, 8, 16. All right. Kind of works out. It's only 19 radiant damage. You also begin to emit a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius from your body as you are horribly irradiated by the sickening radiance.
Oh my
Lovely.
god, radioactive T-Rex.
All
What a
right.
day.
This looks
Yeah.
T-Rex
amazing.
attack monster.
Now you have exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on ability checks until you leave the field of, or until the spell ends. So just remember that. But you are still good on attacks, so go ahead.
Okay. That is a natural 20.
Okay.
So 30. So
It's
an
a natural
8D
20. It hits.
Oh, so it is 4d12, so that'll be 8d12.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Bite its head off.
Jesus Christ. That's the one dice I don't have duplicates of, too. Ugh.
Well, it sounds like you have something
Do
Do you need
there.
do you need me to roll it or?
I think Charlie's gonna roll it digitally.
Yeah. All right. That is a 61 damage plus 7, so 67 damage.
67.
Did he die? Can I whip off its little beak?
67 divided by 2 is 33. So that comes up to 493.
Johnny.
He's
Yes.
not quite dead yet.
Got one more attack. Let's go, fish. Okay.
It's so close.
Concentration.
Oh, that's right. The concentration check.
Wait, did she take damage?
He
From
did from
the-
Sickening Radiance.
Oh my god.
It's a DC 10, though, so roll higher than a 10.
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Okay, so the damage goes through. No worries.
Okay, so and then 21 for the
21
second
hits.
hit.
Yep.
And
So
that
tail whip.
is- Yeah, 3d8.
3d8 plus 7.
Yep.
Crush its skull.
I wanted to die so bad. All right, 15 plus 7,
22.
22.
So 11 damage. How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
On the fucking beak.
Woo!
Lord charges through the Sickening Radiance, fucking tanking the fucking radioactive energy of the field, grabs this thing by the beak, pulls bodily, and you see this, like, fleshy, like, almost neck kind of extending out from under the shell, kind of like a turtle's neck, ending in this beak. And then with one final move, as you pull, you release, turn around, and just bring the tail down with a crack like thunder across the creature's neck. You hear bones snapping, and you see the creature let out this meek screeching death wail as it falls limp and collapses into the cobblestone street.
Well, that's some good eating.
Lauren's gonna turn back into. She'll drop concentration and just be like,
Maybe leave the aura first. Leave the aura first.
Gideon will drop concentration as soon as
I was
this thing
hoping
is dead.
Gideon would drop fucking concentration.
I better keep it up just in case.
Just in case. It might come back alive. There might be a phase 2.
She'll just like fucking
Just even
turn back
just
into
go
a lord,
hard.
and she's like, "Fucking bitch!"
I
What's
will.
funny is Lauren is not damaged like at all. She looks great compared to the rest of the party.
I am gonna go ahead and give the 35 plus 12 to Gideon.
Gideon will say thank you very much for that. He's looking pretty rough.
I know.
He is at, how much damage was he at? He was at 72 damage. Yeah. No, Gideon was not looking good. The 30 something helps a lot. He takes a deep bracing breath and steps forward towards the creature. It's done.
Not quite.
I can't believe we just pulled that off.
I believe that we had a thing with a deadline.
Yes. Do we have any resources left?
I got you, Fambinos. Hop on, bitches. Lauren turns into.
I'm still giant for a while, so
Start swimming, buddy.
You got a swim speed. You're fine, right?
I'll look at Alexi and be like, any chance
Would my-
teleportation? to-
Okay, wait. Just real quick, because honestly, like, I don't have a lot of resources left. So what I might do is, while this Beacon of Hope is still going, is I might just pump healing into whoever's going, and then just stay here, because I'm not going to be much help.
For sure.
if you can pump me with healing, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, because like I have I have one level 1 spell remaining and 2 level 2 spells remaining. I am not going to be much magical
I
help.
have a mana potion. So it's nothing. You can have it.
All right.
You get 1 additional level 1 spell slot.
Holy shit.
Have people realized the creature died?
Not yet. It's
Not
so.
Wait.
It's
I
so fresh.
also have a mana potion.
Sweet.
I can have 2
It
level.
only took 86 sessions. They finally
They're
came in
being
handy.
Let me check my map real quick because Alexi, I think, is racking his brain.
I'll tell him where we need to go. We need to go to that island.
It's gonna
Okay,
be a
I'll-
crapshoot if we try to go by teleportation.
I'm.
I'll go ahead
I
and
don't have it in me.
I'll give John another. He'll keep his. I don't think I can add or stack the temporary hit points, right?
Correct.
No. Temporary hit points overwrite if they're higher.
Well, it's not higher. It's the same. But yeah. Okay, so you could go ahead and have another 19. And I guess I'll save my last level 2 spell. I mean, if you guys want me to be there, just I could.
If you do not want to come, I am not going to force you.
But we'd love
Well,
to have
no,
you.
it's not so much
Yeah.
that I don't want to. It's just I don't think I'll be super helpful because I'll literally just be spamming cantrips and shooting with a bow.
I'm going to be honest. We might have to let them go and go after them in another day.
We're not.
Well, if
getting
nobody's
another chance.
hopping on a Lauren's back,
We have to go
Bye-bye.
now or never. We'd love to have you, Burberry.
All right.
Lauren's like already a giant eagle, and you guys are getting the sense she's about to take off.
So
I'm going.
I will say the Dimage or whatever, Quetzalcoatlus, that thing. It is bigger. That can carry more people.
Okay, I'll turn into that then.
John, what's your swim speed?
Well, see, that's my question. Because I'm literally 32 feet tall. If I move at 40, am I just like inching along?
Just very slowly.
I feel like his speed has
I'll
to
go
be-
ahead and I'll lend you this cloak of the manta ray. It gives you a swim speed of 60 feet, and it's not attunement required.
Okay, I wrap it around my pinky finger.
That kind of works. You like just poke your tip of your finger through the hood. Barnaby starts getting some like really uncomfortable flashbacks looking at it.
Not the greatest.
I've got one more thing to do, guys.
Well, let's get to it. Barnaby's going to slap a band-aid on himself. Cast Cure Wound.
Max heals. Just any healing you guys want to do for yourself. It's maximum right now, so.
I don't think I can.
I'm okay for now.
I don't have any other healing, so.
Because I know Barnaby has his home, hearth, warmth, something, toast, something.
Oh, wait, before I turn into said giant eagle, I think Lauren's gonna pull out a bottle of booze. And we're gonna use the amulet of the drunkard.
Ah.
Well, that's handy.
Well, while wearing it, you gain 44 plus 4 when you drink a pint of beer, ale, or mead.
A
Oh,
pint.
still so far.
All right,
Take
Lauren
back.
is gonna pull
So,
out this.
That is 20 hit points
Sweet.
from a pint of booze.
Is Alexi and Gideon judging her right now?
Barnaby, you.
I mean, Gideon's inspecting the creature. He's not really paying attention to what you're doing.
Okay.
Alexi is looking at you in your bag and is like, "Do you have any more in there?"
Oh yeah, I got you, homie. And she's like, "What do you want?"
He just grabs the first bottle you pull out and just pops the top and throws some back. Holy shit! I have not taken a hit like that in a long time. That fucking hurt.
John bruised and battered all over him. Yeah, tell me about it.
Lauren's like, "You get used to it." She looks fine, but she did take a lot of damage though.
T-Rex Lauren took a lot of damage.
Yes, but it still hurt a Lauren.
In here, gestures to Heart.
Right. Well,
Where are we trying to get to exactly?
there is a weird cloud by whatever island you said earlier. We're pretty sure a ship's there,
Hooray.
Torre, and we're gonna go blow it up.
Bloodbeard and Nostrog are heading there right now.
Yep.
How far out do you think it is? Did it look closer to the island or to Freeport?
Kind of half and half.
Okay. I have a gamble. I'm reasonably confident the Eastern Alliance keeps teleportation circles in their military bases, and I know they have a base in Bryshore on Toure. We might have a case to actually use it ourselves, save ourselves a chunk of time.
I don't think I can fit, can I?
Maybe. That depends on where they put it. I've never actually used their teleportation circles, but
If they won't let us use it, then we'll have been wasting time.
I mean, can we see off the coast like this storm?
Why?
From where you're standing right now, you're looking west, inland, across the bay.
I mean, if
So
Alexi
you
flew
can't
up
see it
though.
Oh, yeah, he could fly up and.
Why don't?
That's a ways off.
Why don't? And I know splitting the party is very taboo, but why doesn't a Lauren and whoever's a little better equipped head directly towards, and then I'll head with Alexi to try the teleporter method. And I would be remiss if I didn't say this, because we should go in knowing our cards. We did have a bit of a hard time when we weren't going in half-cocked, taking in Bloodbeard and dealing with the other two. And now we're fairly spent. So if we're going to do this, we should be aware of that fact.
Lauren turns into a Quetzalcoatl, goes up to Noel.
I don't think we have a choice, Burberry.
I'm going. Hop on my back or not.
Is it within a distance that John can swim at it if he's going dashing bolt or every round? Meaning he'd be going 120 feet around.
To the best that you guys could estimate, that cloud looked to be 30 or 40 miles off the coast, I'd say.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's a distance for, slower modes of travel. Swimming, that would take you, about 8 hours.
At 120 feet every 6 seconds?
Oh, well, you're not dashing 8 hours. That is... at a fast pace, you would be going. You'd get there probably within 6 hours.
Maybe it would be worth.
And that would be getting to the edge of the cloud. So if the ship is any further beyond the edge of the cloud, like you're suspecting, then it's going to be further in.
If it's going to take that long to get there, it might be worth checking out the teleportation.
Yeah.
That's at a 30-foot move speed, moving at a fast pace.
I'm a little confused.
Again, I'd be
in there though.
I'd be at 120, or I'd be at a 60 feet swimming speed.
Maybe because they use their teleporty thing to get away from us. Maybe it's a once a day thing.
Right.
Maybe it's a once every long rest type thing, or however that mechanic's supposed to work.
Yeah. I mean, the mechanical reason I would get, but like, man, why? I don't know. That's just a long time to be swimming out in the open.
I mean, they aren't out in the open. They're in some weird pocket dimension.
Right. Yeah.
In fact, we wouldn't even know they were there if it weren't for True Sight. And
True.
Burberry gestures at Gideon.
True.
I didn't know to look for them except for
Technically, a
he'll
Lauren
point at the giant dinosaur.
Lauren's not a dinosaur anymore.
You turn back into yourself?
Yeah, so I could do the drink and get
No,
Alexi
but
a drink.
you turned into a bird again, which is
Oh,
a different kind of dinosaur.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
Okay. Well,
What is happening?
Lauren is starting to fly
Wait,
away.
hang
So
on.
if anybody's jumping on her back,
Hold up. One second. Would the 1 minute have gone past?
Would 1 minute have passed?
Yeah, because if 1 minute goes past, then I shrink by half.
Okay, yeah. I mean, a minute will probably pass while you guys are having this conversation.
So I'm shrunk down to just 16 feet. Can I get on the Quetzalcoatl now?
You are large now, and she is huge, so you could. It would be heavy. You're not going your absolute fastest, Lauren, but you could do it.
How long is the potion gonna last? 'Cause we never really decided on that.
Roll 1d4 for me.
I got a 4.
4 hours.
The next 4 hours, John is going to be huge.
I think we might have to
Or
teleport.
large, excuse me.
All right, if you guys are going teleport, Lauren's just going to start flying. So. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't think she wants to risk the Eastern Alliance saying no.
I don't think it's about them saying no. I think it's just that might get us closer. Isn't that
Yeah.
the gamble you're talking about?
Yes, I think we've got a strong case to use the circle. I don't think.
It's just
We
we have a
have.
50-50 shot of being potentially drastically
Closer
closer.
or not. This is assuming, the storm is closer to Toure than it is here.
Lauren
Who's to say?
rolled like a 30 when we were out there doing perception.
Yeah.
What I have been we were flying, I was high up in the air.
Yeah.
Would I have been able to figure out if it was closer to Toure or closer to Freeport?
Well, you couldn't see Toure through it was the problem. That's why it was hard to say. There was no real way to gauge that distance. You just could gauge the rough distance from Freeport.
So if we
How-
could gauge the distance from Freeport, wouldn't we be able to know the distance between us and Toure, and therefore gauge its distance from Toure?
That's assuming the storm is however big. If it's wide enough, sure.
I mean, we should be able to get a rough estimate at least.
We can.
All right,
theoretically
Lauren-
figure out-
Lauren's looking at Noelle, going, "Get on my back," and then she's gonna fly straight up with Noelle, and she wants to try to see what you guys want to see.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can look.
Do we know
Okay.
the distance between us and Toure, though?
Yeah, that's
I feel like
a
Alexi
known
would probably.
quantity. He's thinking. Let me check my document.
I will go on Lauren's back and we'll fly up to take a look at the very least.
She seems very motivated.
So, what are you trying to determine from Lauren's back?
Well, I suppose I would need to know what Alexi says for the distance.
Oh, okay.
So we should be trying to estimate the distance between us and the storm's closest edge.
Yeah.
Right. The unknown is the far edge of the storm, is what Alexi's point is. So,
But if the closest edge to us is still closer to Toure than to us, then
right. So Freeport to the port of Bryshore on Toure is 84 miles by sea. So Alexi would be able to guesstimate for you guys. Like it's under 100 miles from here to Bryshore.
Okay.
Um,
And we'll just fly up until we can see
Get
if we can
a
see
better
anything.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. So flying up. It is getting very cold, both of you.
Put on my
so
coat.
don't linger. Yeah.
Lauren.
You're a dinosaur right now. You're not a Triton. Give me perception checks, the two of you. As you are flying higher to get a better vantage on this storm.
That's a good
I rolled
roll.
a nat 1, so 13.
I got a good roll.
Good.
26?
26. All right. Lauren will say you're still honestly maybe a little nauseous from the sickening radiance. You're kind of having a hard time focusing. Noelle, you are
Cool.
you're like, yeah, you're cold, you're kind of shivering, but you're eyeballing this distant storm on the horizon. You're looking down at the city. You're trying to, eyeball, the math visually. It takes you this long to cross the city. You know that the Presidium is this far from town, and this is how far that distance is, like from up here, if you hold your arm out and do the little pinchy thing. So if you look at the horizon and then twist a little bit, so like maybe that's the same, and then you're looking at maybe it's like 40 miles offshore.
So the halfway between us and Brighton is 42 miles. So if the closest point between us and them is 40 miles, and the halfway point between us and the island is 42 miles, then I think it's faster to fly, actually.
If the storm is not absolutely humongous, then yes.
Yeah, the teleportation would actually take us a little bit farther away.
Just barely.
Unless the storm is over 2 miles in diameter.
Yep. Well,
And I will say, looking at the storm from this angle, like you would definitely see, like it is a tall storm, this thick cloud barrier, and it stretches several miles from north to south, along the horizon line. So it's at the very least on the north-south axis. It is definitely very wide.
So yeah, I'm with Gideon. It's basically a 50-50 gamble, basically. If it's as wide as it is long, then we would actually end up probably being inside the storm. Or no, we'd be a couple miles closer.
You mean Alexi for teleporting?
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards teleporting now too.
We'd be a couple miles closer. So.
Also, we might have resources.
True, they didn't just fight a giant battle over there, so they could assist possibly.
That's pointed out. Alexi would agree. Yes.
Yeah, when me and
they might also
return. I'll just say to Alexi, I think it makes sense to teleport at least as many of us as you can, or as are willing to.
At the very least, they could put up like a naval net to try to catch any ship that's coming toward or away from that area.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt that they'd be harboring in Bryce Shore's harbor, but if there's any fresh ships over there, I think they could be useful to have at the very least.
They could at least patrol the area for any ships leaving that area.
Right. I mean, whether or not you all intend to come with me, I intend to try at the very least. I think they need to be alerted.
I'll go with you.
At the minimum.
John's gonna go that way too.
Same. Do you want to go with Lauren Barnaby? You are the most.
I don't think I'm gonna fit
on her back.
I'm a big boy.
She's
huge. She's a huge girl.
She's a huge dinosaur.
Can she carry an extra, let's see, 376 pounds?
Yes.
She was able to carry John at 8 times his weight, yes. She can
I wasn't sure if that was you starting to fall off or not. So
no,
yes, I'll go on with dinosaur.
All right, so Barnaby's going to fly on Lauren's back towards the storm.
Yeah.
How long would I think it would take to fly there? Just at least to the edge.
With an 80-foot fly speed, that's going to be 8 miles per hour travel pace. So at a fast pace, you would be moving 12 miles an hour. So you could get to the edge of the storm within under 4 hours.
Barnaby, do you know how to swim or have things to swim?
Yep.
Perfect, because I only have 4 hours. So
All right. Well, I'm just gonna take a little nap up here.
Do you need to use the cloak of the manta ray?
I guess he could actually take a short rest, couldn't he?
yeah, he could.
On her back, just have a nap.
It could.
Yes.
All right.
I get my
well,
action surge back with that.
Fly off with Barnaby then.
Wait, do you want the cloak? Do you want the cloak before you leave?
Oh, it lets me breathe underwater, doesn't it?
It gives. Well, no, that one just gives you a 60-foot swim speed, so it makes you speedy.
I have 30-foot swim speed myself.
So it would double your swim speed.
That's true. Does it
Oh wait,
require
yes,
two minutes?
No, and you can breathe underwater with it.
Yeah, I won't turn that down then.
John
Oh,
takes
wait. I got a boat.
You're just gonna get dragged along by a lord.
No, honestly, if you take the cloak of the manta ray, at some point we can switch off where you keep moving through the water, and then I take a short rest, and then I get my wild shapes back.
Actually, I was just thinking about it. If John goes with her, he could get a short rest. He would get back a lot of his stuff.
Go for it.
All I'm saying is somebody take the cloak of the manta ray, pull Aloran in a boat so she can take a short rest, and then she'll have her wild shapes back for when we find the boat. That's all I
I think John's going to go with them, actually,
Well,
so he can get a short rest.
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
With my folding boat, how fast does that thing go for the big boat?
The second command word for 24 foot long, 8 foot
8 foot
wide,
wide,
6
6
feet deep. Ship has a deck, rowing seats, 5 sets of oars, steering oar, anchor, deck, cabin, and mast with a square sail. That is a.
I don't think it goes that fast.
They're not super fast.
I was
vehicles
gonna
are
say just do a small one, and then you can just drag her. With a
not.
rope tied to the boat.
I guess my thinking is, A, we can take more people, and B, people can do short rests while we're traveling in the boat.
But we're trying to go there fast.
I think
I
We're
agree.
not gonna be fast.
I mean, the very fastest ship is a galley, according to the player handbook. That moves at 4 miles an hour. A sailing ship moves at 2.
Right.
So we're flying. Got it.
If you'd
Someday I'll find a use for this boat.
if you'd like, you can borrow my coracle, so that when whoever's swimming can drag the coracle behind them.
Is it seaworthy?
No,
Wait, actually, what does? Oh,
that'd be like saying, "Is an inner tube seaworthy?" I mean, kinda, sorta, but also really not.
Hey, Platt.
Hmm.
When do I get rages back?
Long rests.
Okay, because it didn't specify in my thing, so I was like,
It should. You regain. You must finish a long rest before you can rage again once you've raged the maximum number of times for your barbarian level.
okay. I still have 2 rages left, I just wasn't sure.
Okay.
all right.
All right.
We got a plan.
So
Alexi, it's me and Burberry going with you.
I'm coming with you, Gideon says as he finishes what he's doing with the monster. He like gets up off his knees and is like cleaning his hands off.
Gross.
We'll have to put in a word with the Eastern Alliance to try and salvage as much of this as they can. Alexi's just like, yes, obviously. But we should, if we're in agreement, start moving.
Let's go.
So, Aloran, Barnaby, and John take off as a giant dinosaur and fly away from Freeport, while Gideon, Alexi, Noel, and Burberry begin to hurry away from the site of this battle towards Fort Franco, which is going to be a little bit of a walk. But once you get there, I think you find the fort is in a certain amount of disarray. There was a lot of activity, a lot of people running around, a lot of chaos, frantic assembling of soldiers and sailors, people, calling out like, "Has there any word come back from the city?" And as you guys are walking up, Some of the soldiers are looking at you all somewhat incredulously, but with a single code word.
Gumbo.
You set them at ease. One of them, I think, recognizes you, and you didn't necessarily catch names when you met last, but you were part of, one of the meetings with the Commodore, Dahlia. And he will say to you, what happened out there? We haven't gotten any word from the Commodore or from the frigate out in the waters. What happened?
We don't have a lot of time, but the large galleon exploded. The small galleons were on fire at one point, and a large creature kind of tried to get on. It's dead now, but you should probably get it. You should probably go look at the damage.
There's going to be a lot to do over there.
Also, there were the rioters. I don't know if those got quelled.
Alexei will lean in. If you could quarantine the carcass for us as well, I would greatly appreciate it. I think we could learn a lot from it. In the meantime, though, I am given to understand you have circles here. The guard kind of looks at him a little incredulously, like squinting. Alexei elaborates, teleportation circles. To which the soldier kind of nervously looks around. I'm not sure where you heard that. Alexei just kind of looks at him.
You have to say gumbo.
He heard you the first time. The circles. At which point he says, I suppose it warrants asking. Why are you asking exactly?
That storm off the coast. We're trying to
catch the man who got away.
We might still have a chance of getting Bloodbeard back.
Bloodbeard's gone?
Oh, well, newsflash. Yeah.
Surprise!
That's why.
But he might not be if you show us where the teleportation circles are.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we are the ones who caught him the first time?
As the bard cracks her knuckles.
It's just a 29.
He's very quickly starting following the plan. He's like, got it. Yes, please, follow me. And please don't tell anyone I showed you these. And he will lead you across the base towards a walled compound sort of in the center of the fort. Past sort of the residential housing and the armories, the smithies, the training yards. Inside this compound, there is an inner bailey, this large, heavily fortified stone building, very low ceilinged with like a couple watchtowers on the side. Looks like a very old sort of castle. He leads you inside, past the guards at the front door, and passing through several security checkpoints and down several staircases, you are eventually led to a heavy metal door. It has a slight greenish sheen to it. Not too dissimilar from the coating on Barnaby's armor. And the attendants at the door, after the guard explains the situation, turn to the door and very quietly whisper what sounds like a password of some kind. You hear this all the way down the center of the door, and they are able to take both handles, swing them open. And inside, stepping through this sort of 15-foot high archway, there is a chamber, a very long, high-ceilinged chamber, about 20 feet high, with probably 40 feet from wall to wall. The chamber runs probably like 100 feet. It almost looks like it kind of like goes across the bottom of the entire fortress overhead. And along either side of the walls are these 15-foot high, 10-foot wide alcoves. And stepping inside the chamber, braziers on either side of the two nearest alcoves light up. And on the floor inside of each of them, you can see a glittering runic circle. The guard turns towards you all and asks, "So where are you headed then?" Alexi says, I believe Bryce Shore is our best bet. To which the guard will turn towards the nearest circle on the left. Gesture. They'll have sent word that you're coming, so just step through when you're ready.
Can I talk to this guy real quick?
Yeah. What do you want to say?
If I come out of the other side of this, and you find her body,
Basically, I offer my services to resurrect the lost commander if they reimburse me for the gold cost.
I will convey that to my superiors. That is gracious of you. Thank you.
I'm also doing this for us because she's used to working with us, and it's much easier than breaking in a new one.
The pragmatic cleric, as always.
That I say to Noel.
I get it. While Burberry is having that conversation, I'm just gonna draw this circle in my notebook.
And the pragmatic bard.
Yeah. I think you'll see, like, over the top of the archway, there's a placard that reads Bryshore on it. For what it's worth, there is another one not too terribly far away from you if you're interested in it.
Which that one? I don't know how long it takes me to copy them down, but I'll glance over there.
I think it probably takes like a minute.
Probably.
Let me open my map. See what the next.
No, I was just like, stall him, Burberry, stall him.
Yeah. You tell him, Burberry.
Yeah, Burberry, really, it's important. One moment. Steps away. And we are looking at city of Irwin on Glannon.
Sure. If I got time.
Right? Two closest teleportation
Irwin
circles.
and Bryshore.
Yep.
Alright. Come on, Burberry, we gotta go.
Coming! Just like nods in the direction of the guy and walks off.
So, one by one, you file into the alcove, stepping into the center of the circle, and as soon as you cross the boundary of the runes, there is a flash of white light, and the person in front of you vanishes. And then the next, and then the next. And each time you step through the circle, each of you feels that pulling sensation in the center of your navel, that sort of sucking inwards of yourselves, and then the sudden expansion again out into a new space with a pop. And you find yourself standing in a very similar chamber. But stepping out of the alcove, you can see the placard overhead now reads Freeport.
Let's go!
I think we'll pick up there next time as you guys are ostensibly in the teleportation nexus on Bryshore, and Barnaby, John, and Aloran are flying out to sea.
I used the short rest to heal, by the way.
Yeah, I'm taking a short rest too.
Okay, fair enough. So, good session, guys.
We did it.
You survived my wee beastie.
We?
We.
What part of that was we?
The fact that it's the baby.
John almost died.
It's less than a year old.
John didn't even go unconscious.
Almost. I had to use my one-a-day skill to stay alive.
Oh no. Did I hurt John?
A
Did
lot.
I actually deal damage to John?
Yeah.
It's a fucking miracle.
Your wee beastie did more damage than the fall did.
Yeah, these things don't fuck around.
No.
It's because it has such a high fucking attack.
Mm.
They strong.
But yeah,
So,
no. Cat logic went, if I make this offer, I should make it sooner rather than later, because if she went down in a boat, it's easier to find her the sooner they get started.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
So I was just like, I could do it when I get back, but probably should say it now. And also, now that I think about it, I'm kind of a badass cleric, huh?
At this point,
There's not a lot of people that I know who can do this.
we're all kind of badass. Somehow.
The 32-foot barbarian.
Yeah.
Nothing goes wrong with a 32-foot barbarian.
Beautiful.
Sorry,
So,
I cut
And the bedroom it does. You can never find a bed that fits you.
you.
Touche. Let's get an MVP vote.
I mean, I gotta vote John. He was 32
Yeah.
feet tall.
And
I vote Burberry for keeping John alive.
I mean, I did do it only at the very end because it was hard getting close to you for obvious reasons.
Of course, it is also a Lauren for killing it.
Yeah,
that's true.
that was good.
With a fucking 8d12 plus 7 T-Rex crit. Jesus Christ.
That was sweet.
That was insane. I was praying you missed that tail attack. I was like, do one more turn. Let me kill him, buddy. Give me one more turn. I can do it.
The problem is the T-Rex gets a +10, so to hit.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same as the beast.
I'm really glad I ducked for cover at the end of that. And actually, I should probably do some healing myself. I have 24 hit points left out of 71.
Oof.
And that was with me hiding constantly.
Yeah, we'll have to
Full
see
painful.
what resources we got on this island.
I vote John for MVP as well. And then I'm calling it a night.
All right. So is that 2 or 3 for John?
I think it's John.
It's John.